Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I forgot to push that on. Thank you. Appreciate that. Life for business. Appreciate that. Chiz Players just now. Good morning, Wayne. Good morning, Best Version. Good morning, Life for Business. Chiz Players. Leroy, good morning. I know I hate it when I do that. Forget to push the button. Here I am talking and nobody's. I probably said the whole thing that I said before. Okay, anyway, let's start this over again. All right. For those of you that are new to my channel, my name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. All right, the debt matrix is a place where everybody believes in credit and debt and believes in financing everything under the sun, like clothes, cars, shoes, washer and dryers, blenders, whatever, you name it, whatever. It doesn't matter. They finance it all. All right. This is the place where you can, this is the SMD family. All right. This is the place you can come and ask any question you want and not feel made to feel like you're dumb for asking it. Right. And how I expose glitches in the debt matrix is things that don't make mathematical sense, yet people keep doing them, right? Math and money are one. The only thing that can separate math and money are feelings, right? And yet people keep doing these things and they don't make mathematical sense, and yet they just keep on doing it. Those are glitches in the debt matrix, okay? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right, let me bring my notes up. Okay. Oops, that's not it. 1 second here. All right. All right, as you can see in the title, what you say there, Best Version? Guys at work were complaining about how much taxes they pay, and we're trying to blame Trump. I just shook my head, and these are supposed to be my elder. Exactly. You know what, Best Version? They just everybody want to blame somebody, but never want to look at themselves. That's the funniest thing. That's how politics are ran. They are the people that you want to look at to blame somebody. That's all. It's just the weirdest thing. Anyway, let me stay on track here, right? All right, you guys see the title, right? And what did I title that again? I hate when I do that. Paying off student loans early just doesn't make sense, okay? Now, I know that sounds weird against everything I'm saying, but you guys will understand what I mean, all right? Now, the link to this particular article is in the description. So click on that link, open up the article, because I want you guys to read along with me when I read it to you. Now, it's a short article, so it's not that long. So 1 second, let me begin this real quick here. All right, first, I want to thank everybody who follow me. I want to thank everybody who's part of the SMD family, Savings Minus Debt family. I appreciate you guys all. I appreciate the donations. I appreciate my new clients. I appreciate all the people that came over from O'Shea's. Hello, Exclamatic. People that come over from O'Shea's channel, O'Shea Duke Jackson and Solo TV 84. Thank you for coming over and finding me. I much appreciate it to those guys and you guys coming over from there. Okay. All right. Now, I got to say this right from the beginning because some people don't like 2-3 hour long videos. Okay. Now, if you're just coming in, this is what I need to say to you. Okay. For the first 20 minutes, I'm only going to talk about the topic of the video. After I'm completed talking about it, I'm going to say the end. That is your cue to stay or leave, because after that point, it's just Q&A. Okay, for the rest of the probably 2 hours, it's going to go on as long as my viewers want me to keep talking. That's how long I talk. Okay, so I don't really have any limit. I mean, I do have a limit. I'm going to say, I'm going to say 3 hours is tops. But other than that, okay. All right. Now I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to take you into the world of financial freedom. Okay. I'm going to let you hear for yourself what it sounds like when speaking debt versus debt free. Remember, math and money are one. The only thing that can separate them are feelings. Okay. 1 + 1 will always equal 2, no matter how you feel about it. Okay. Now, before we begin, okay, I want you guys to all picture something in your head. I need you guys to do this first. Okay. This is what I want you to picture in your head. Now, I just want you to just guesstimate. Okay. Yeah, that's a word, guesstimate. All right. Because everybody does it. Add up all your savings and then add up all your debt and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. All right. For the majority, that will be a large negative number. That's okay, because the majority, 85% of Americans are in debt. So don't feel alone. If this is a large negative number, I just want you to picture it in your head. Don't say it out loud. Everybody knows you kind of have an idea how much it would take to pay off all your debt. That large negative number, keep it in your head, okay? Now, I want you to keep that number in your head as we read through the article. I want you guys to read through the article with me, okay? Now, before we begin, again, so I'm saying all these things for a reason before we start the article, okay? These are very important points. Now, we all agree it's mathematically impossible to invest and or buy anything with negative dollars because negative dollars don't exist. Anything under zero means negative. If it's under zero, that means it doesn't exist. It's not real. Negative dollars. You can't invest in anything. You can't buy anything with negative dollars. Okay. We got to make sure we're on the same playing field right here. Okay. Now I want you all to see, in my opinion, that the lady that wrote this article either lives in the debt matrix or she actually works for the banks, because nothing she says makes mathematical sense in this article. Even the title doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. CENTS. Now, as I'm reading it, I will sometimes reread it because to me, what she's saying makes no sense. And I have to make sense of what she's really trying to say. Okay. All right. So let me bring up this article so we can, 1 second here. All right, you guys, I hope you guys got the article, get the link. Can you guys, now give me a 1 if you guys see the link to the article inside of the description, okay? Because I want to make sure you guys follow along with this, all right? So you can hear what it sounds like to be in the language of debt free, all right? Now, don't forget, picture that large negative number in your head and keep it in your head as I read along with this article, Okay, here we go. Now, this article is not that long, so it won't be that long. All right. Now, I'm starting from the top. Now, the article writer is Christy Bieber. Okay. Now, here we go. Student loans seem to go hand in hand with diplomas these days, and many graduates with educational debt are eager to repay what they owe and shed the financial burden as soon as possible. But while it's tempting to use all your spare cash to service your student loans actually shouldn't be repaid in most situations. Now, if you're in debt, now remember the large negative number, you have no spare cash. So what she's saying, your spare cash towards your student loan, that makes no sense, because if you're in the negative, you have no spare cash, okay? Why wouldn't you want to pay off? Okay, she says, why wouldn't you want to pay off your debt ASAP? There are a lot of reasons, but they mostly come down to the fact that most of us have a finite amount of money. That means you have to choose between early debt payoff and doing other things such as saving for retirement, paying off other debt, buying a house, or making other investments in the future. Now, did you see what she said? You can't save any retirement from negative dollars. You can't pay off other debt with negative dollars, and you sure can't buy a house with negative dollars. That's mathematically impossible. What is she talking about? She's not talking about anything. You cannot buy anything or do anything with retirement with negative dollars. That's mathematically impossible. Okay, since there's only so much money to go around, I don't know what you mean by that. Here are 3 big reasons why it makes no sense to put extra money towards paying off student loan debt ahead of schedule. Like you have a choice. If you're negative, you have no choice but to pay off debt, okay? There are no choices. All right, here's number 1. Student loans have very flexible repayment plans. With most types of debt you owe, you're stuck making payments in accordance with the agreement you reached with your lender when you borrowed. Mortgage, auto loans, personal loans, for example, are all come with a set of monthly payments that you can't change without refinancing. All right. If you have federal loans, on the other hand, you can change your payoff plan as needed. I'm sure you can, because you're going to be paying it for the rest of your life. So they give you all kind of options. All right. You can stay on check this out. You can stay on a standard plan that allows you 10 years to repay what you owe and charges fixed payments. And charges fixed payments. I'm not sure what you mean by that. 10 years? 10 years. If they have convinced you that it's going to take you 10 years to pay off your student loan, you're already a slave. I want you to understand that. You don't believe in 10 years of your life that you'll pay off a student loan. You're already trapped. Or you can opt for a graduating plan so payments go up over time. I don't know what that means. You even have the option to extend repayment plans. You even have the option to extend repayment for as long as 30 years by consolidating federal loans or picking an income-driven payment plan that caps monthly payments as a percentage of what you earn. They just be throwing all kind of stuff in there that confuse you. 30 years? 30 years. 30 years. Come on, people. You cannot be that convinced that you'll never pay off your student loan in 30 years of your lifetime. Picture your student loan amount right now, okay? What you're really saying to yourself is that you're saying, I will never make that amount in 30 years of my lifetime. Please don't be saying that. Don't say that to yourself, please. Don't say that to yourself. Not only can you change your repayment plan to make loan repayment more affordable, you can also have options to suspend payments altogether, deferment or forbearance. Other lenders aren't going to allow you this leeway if you go back to school or experience financial hardship. So you'd always want to pay off other debt first rather than sending money to the lender that gives you them. It doesn't even make any sense what she's saying. Of course, other lenders are not going to let you pay back the money that you borrowed over your entire life. Your entire life? Say like you got a car loan. Would you pay a car loan your entire life? Then why would you pay a student loan your entire life? That doesn't make any sense. Put it in forbearance, hardship. Guess what? The interest still keeps accruing. It still keeps adding up. Listen to me. They want you to defer it. They want you to put it in forbearance so you can pay on this student loan your entire life until you're dead. Are you guys hearing the language of debt free? I want you keep that negative number in your head as I read this, okay? Interest on student loan probably costs you very little. What is she talking about? I have no idea what she's talking about. That makes no mathematical sense. Federal student loans generally have low fixed interest rates, with the APR on student loans generally well below what you pay on most types of consumer debt. Of course, because you're paying on your entire life. Of course, it's low. The interest rates are so low that it's reasonable to expect you get a better return on investment by putting your money into the stock market rather than sending extra payments to your student loan servicer. Again, if your finances are in the negative, you have no money to invest in anything. That's mathematically impossible. What is she talking about? I'm telling you, people, she's either in the debt matrix or she works for the banks. I swear to God, once I read this stuff, I swear the banks are writing this. They got to be, because it makes no mathematical sense. Take that large negative number in your head and try to do what she's saying. Hey, instead of paying off your student loan, put it in the stock market. You got to ask yourself, I have no money to put in the stock market. So what is she talking about? Exactly. Not only are federal student interest rates below what you could likely make with a diversified portfolio, but you can also get interest subsidized on some federal student loans if you need to put them in deference because you're going back to school or doing something else that qualifies to pause the payments. This means you could suspend paying when you need to without incurring any additional interest. What? What are you talking about? It doesn't make, she's not making it. She's worked for the banks, okay? In my opinion, she works for the banks, or the banks wrote this and put some lady's picture up there to say, hey, it wasn't us, it was her, you know? And there's another reason why student loan interest costs you hardly anything. You can deduct up to $2,500 in student loan interest for your taxable income as long as you don't make too much money and are legally responsible for paying back the loans. This makes the interest cost even less. If you are in the 22 percentile tax bracket and see how they throwing all this stuff in there to confuse you? None of that means nothing because you're in the negative. So they throw all these fancy terms. I understand what she's saying, but it's just fancy terms. It doesn't mean anything, okay? If you're in the negative, you can't do anything she's saying. And they try to make it a benefit that you write off the interest on the loan, and it's just $2,500, $2,500 up to $2,500. What if you got a $100,000 loan? $2,500 in interest? You're not even attacking the principal. You're just writing off the interest, and that's a small piece of the interest. You could potentially get some. Okay, here's the third one. You could potentially get some of your loans forgiven. I want you to Google how many people get their loans forgiven. Don't believe in that pipe dream. You're smoking crack. Okay, you're on heroin. If you believe you're gonna get your student loans forgiven, you're on heroin and you're overdosing. Okay, when you have federal loans, there's a chance you may not have to pay back the entire amount you owe. You get the remaining balance forgiven if you qualify for a public service loan forgiveness because of your job and you make 120 plus on-time payments in an eligible income-driven. Hey, those are slave camps. Student loan forgiveness programs are slave camps. Only slaves work at student loan forgiveness programs. This is why. They tell you where you're going to work, how much you're going to make, and how long you're going to make it for. You're a slave. They're capping your income potential. You can make, it's unlimited out here, people. When you get out here into the workforce, business, whatever, you can make unlimited amount of money. But if you get in one of the slave camp student loan forgiveness programs, you're a slave. And check it out. Say like you were one of the lucky ones that got all the way to the end of the program of 120 on-time payments, right? Monthly payments. And say like $50,000 was forgiven. Guess what? The IRS is not going to forgive you. They're going to take that $50,000 that you were forgiven and add it to your annual income and tax you on the $50,000. You don't get away with nothing. Nothing, people. You're not getting away with nothing. Okay, I promise you, you're not. I promise you. Don't be a slave. Don't give up on yourself. All right, let's finish this article. Check it out. Listen. You can also get loans forgiven after making payments for 20 to 25 years on certain other income-driven payment plans, regardless of what your job is. If you're on one of these plans, you make monthly payments equal to a specific percentage of income, and any balance remaining at the end of the payment term is wiped clean. No, it's not. To them, it is, not to the IRS. The IRS is going to say, yeah, they wiped it clean, but we didn't. We didn't. How much was forgiven? $50,000? Okay, we're going to tax you on $50,000. And if you already broke, guess what? Now you got to get on another plan with the IRS to pay off that $50,000. Hey, keep that large negative number in your head. Anything she's saying, you can clearly see that it's not working. Okay. Okay. And check this out. And various presidential candidates in the lead up to 2020 election are also floating the possibility of loan forgiveness or cancellation. That'll never happen. You're smoking crack if you believe that. They're just getting votes. That's not true. No political candidate is going to step up and forgive, going to have the power to forgive $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. That's never going to happen. And if you're listening to this broadcast, including myself, if that ever happened, all of us will be long dead before that happened. They will never free that many of their slaves, ever, 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 ever free that many of their slaves. So don't cross your fingers. I hope you don't run out and vote for the person that's promising you that, because that's never going to happen. I promise you. Cancel for a broad. Okay, so for cancellation for a broad range of borrowers. So the number of situations that forgiveness is available may soon expand. They're just giving you hope. If you don't qualify for a loan forgiveness now, there's a chance you might if circumstances change. See how they're saying if, maybe, sort of, kind of, because it's never going to happen. So don't rush into paying off your student loans when there's a chance that the government may decide you don't have to pay them in full. Oh man. You know who they're attracting? People in student loan debt. All they got to do is just make you believe it and vote for them. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Okay. That's not true. Now at the last line, it says paying off student loans early doesn't make sense. While it may not be fun to owe money to your student loan lender, paying off your loans instead of doing other things with your cash makes very little sense. What do you mean? You have no cash. You're in a negative. You can't do anything. There is no other option. Math says if you're in a negative, money doesn't exist for you. Your finances are in a negative. You don't have cash to do anything else. Keep paying the minimums and use your money for better purposes, such as investing in a 401k or IRA for retirement, or saving for other financial goals. See what she's saying? That doesn't make any mathematical sense. Nothing. It doesn't make sense. All you got to do is add up your own debt number in your head and reread this article, and you will clearly see that she's speaking debt. Now, if you're caught up in the student loans and it's just overwhelming you, and you can't figure out a way to how to get out of them, and you're just frustrated, this article is going to appeal to you. That's who this article is appealing to you, to the 45 million people trapped in student loan debt. Other than that, it means nothing. All right. The end. I did it in 23 minutes. So if you've come to this channel for the specific topic, the main topic of me talking about it is over. It's the end. So now I'm going to be only answering. This is the Q&A part. Okay. Now let me run through here. All right. Let's go back, scroll back up here. Yep, Exclamatic says defer and let it accrue interest. Yeah. Now check it out. If you're outside the debt matrix and you're part of your stocks are involved in the student loan debt, you will be happy for people to defer their stuff. Okay, because it's nothing personal. This is all a choice. All right. You on the money making side of things, you'll be hoping people defer their student loan payments. Mark says, LOL, 131-month repayment plan for me. Nah, no way. I can't find a way to pay off this debt. It says, I can find a way to pay off this debt. Okay, shaking my head. Of course, Mark, 131 payments. I don't even know how many years that is. That's crazy. Mr. Napalm says, how are you going to invest money when you owe them? Exactly. All you got to do is add up your debt and clearly see that you have no money. Mathematics says it's mathematically impossible to invest negative dollars. It's mathematically impossible to invest money that doesn't exist. Do you see? That's what it sounds like in my everyday life. This is what it sounds like to speak debt free. When I go around in neighborhoods, when I go in the store, when I go places and people start talking debt, I just want to yell at them and say, hey, man, you're talking debt. But I can't. What's up, Quentin? Welcome. Mr. Napalm says, so become a career student so you don't have to actually pay. Hey, Mr. Napalm, you know how many people I hear say that? They call themselves forever students. You know what they're really saying? I'll never pay off my student loan. So the only thing I can look forward to is bragging about is my degrees. Hey, I got a degree in this. I got a degree in that. When I hear people talk about how many degrees they have, the first thing I think of is how much debt are you in? How much student loan debt do you owe? It got to be hundreds of thousands. Got to be. Okay, Mark says people don't understand that getting money is costing you time. So whatever money you're getting that you're not lowering, whatever money you're getting that are not lowering your debt is time gone. Exactly. Once you guys, let me tell you guys something. Once you get out of debt, you will understand that time is the most valuable thing on earth. It's only time. Time is the most valuable thing on earth. I'm glad you brought that up, Mark. I want you guys to understand something. Check this out. What if I told you that the class is like, lower class, middle class, and upper class? What if I told you those classes don't even mean anything? You've been conditioned to think that there's such thing as lower class, middle class, and upper class, poor, middle class, rich. You've been led to believe that. And you probably still don't understand what I'm talking about. That's okay. That's okay. And I'm going to explain it to you. Okay, check it out. Now, if you heard, say like a doctor friend or somebody, a doctor making $300,000 a year, right? You would consider that person rich, right? You would put him in that class. Oh, man, $300,000 a year, $400,000 a year. Yeah, he's rich. Okay, he's rich. What if he had... So, okay, let's put it like this. Say like the doctor made $200,000 a year. He'd be considered multiple middle class or rich, right? Now, if that same doctor owes $400,000 in student loan debt, according to math, he is in the negative. Okay? 200,000 minus 400,000 is negative $200,000. He's in the negative, but most people think because he's a doctor making $200,000 a year, he's either middle class or rich. That's why the classes don't make sense, because that's not true. He's broke. He's a broke doctor. He's in the negative. So the only classes, when you get out of the debt matrix, let me tell you what the only classes that exist. The very bottom are slaves. They're slaves to debt. The middle is the financially free. That means your finances are above zero and above. Okay. So you're probably working on something like myself to become wealthy. Wealthy means you own the time in your life. Every minute of the day is dictated by you. You get to choose every minute of the day of your life you want to do. You can wake up, go take a walk, go get on lives, go work out. You own your time. Those are the only three classes. I promise you. That's what it is. Lower class, middle class, that's conditioning. Okay. All right. Let's see. Mark says, Mr. Napalm forever. Students I used to know smile like it's all right. I just don't know what to say. You can't say anything, nothing, Mark. You got to just say, okay. Mark, if you want friends, if you want your family members to continue to love you, you can't say nothing. Nothing. You can't say anything. Nothing. Mr. Napalm says, had me speechless the first time I heard someone agreeing with that lifestyle at Mark. Exactly. Exactly. Mr. Napalm, that's conditioning. Once you get off the consumer side of debt and get on the business side of debt, it will be lovely over here. It will all make sense to you. You'll be like, oh, I'm going to invest in credit card stock. I'm going to invest in student loan stock. I'm going to invest in car loan debt, whatever, I'm sure there's names for it. You invest in the things that people believe that they're going to be in forever. If there's people that check it out. There are people that believe the only way you can get a car is with a car loan. Now, what they don't know, not only is financing a car is one of the worst things ever, they're financing the taxes too. They will check this out. Imagine this. You walk on a car lot. People prepare themselves to stay 8 hours on the car lot to buy one car. That right there should tell you enough that you're in a debt matrix. There's no way in hell I'd sit on a car lot and wait for 8 hours to buy one car. That they only do that to people who finance cars. That's number one. They don't know that. Okay. When they add up the car, it's the car plus tax, right? Everybody pays tax, but guess what? People that finance it, they're financing the taxes too. Now, 9 times out of 10, these people hardly have any money to put down. They're just digging themselves. And then sometimes they come in with a car that already has negative equity on it, right? So they take in the car, give the person less for for the car than what it's worth, and then roll the negative equity into the new loan, so they're even deeper. So even the negative equity that goes into the loan is taxed, and then there's a percentage rate on top of the taxes, the negative loan. It just goes on, and people are buried. Let me tell you something. If this is you and you are so deep under your car, this is what I suggest you do, okay? Because you're never going to pay it off ever, and it'll be stupid of you to do it, okay? Let it get repossessed. Stop making the payments. Save up about $1,000 or $2,000 and go buy a good quality used car from somebody in the same debt trouble as you. Because think about it. If you were in debt, right? I mean, if you're deep in debt right now and you need money, right? And say like you had an old car that the car might be worth $3,000, but if somebody came to you with $2,000, you take it. You always think like that. The majority of people are in the debt matrix are in debt, and they will accept anything you have because they need the money. Let that car go. Let it get repossessed, because I promise you, take your feelings out of it. Take your feelings out of it. The people that got you in that loan, they knew exactly what they were doing to you. So don't feel bad. Any company, check it out. And this is just business, okay? This is not my feelings. This is business. If any company financed you a car at 29%, I don't know. I'm sorry, you guys. I keep hearing something. 1 second. If anybody financed you a car, rolled negative equity in it, then charge 29% on top of that, they deserve it. Hey, they knew exactly what they were risking. Okay, they do. I promise you, they know exactly what they're risking. And now let it go. Stop, because it takes what? Probably 3 months for them to repo your car. Save up those 3 payments. No, don't think you got extra money. Just save up those 3 payments and buy you a nice used car and let that bad boy go, because you're never getting out from under it, ever. Okay, sorry, I'm catching up with you guys here. All right, Chiz Player says, LJ, you know what's really messed up? A lot of them don't even have degrees in lucrative fields. They're 100K in student loan debt with a degree in liberal arts and history. At least pick up a STEM major. Exactly. Hey, Chiz Players, imagine how many people have student loans that didn't even graduate. Imagine how many people get out student loans just to get the money. Imagine that. Those people are slaves and don't even know it. They're slaves. They're slaves until they're dead. Don't forget to hit that like, you guys. Hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, I want you guys to understand, you're now part of the SMD family, Savings Minus Debt family. This is the place you can come and ask any question you wish without getting ridiculed as like you're dumb for not knowing. This is the place. This is the place where we speak debt free. Your question, no question is a dumb question. Okay? No question is a dumb question. Nice. Nicer says, Morpheus, what if I told you? Exactly. Hey, Nicer, I was watching the clip of that part where Morpheus is giving the red pill to Neo, red or blue pill, given the choice. That's, people don't understand. I guarantee you this, Nicer. Somebody that's aware like me, I didn't know this back in '99 when that movie came out, but somebody that's aware like me wrote that movie. That pill is that the Matrix is real, especially that part. It is real. And people don't think it's real. You know, I've had somebody ask me, say, hey, man, what you mean the debt matrix is real? I'll tell you. Okay. And this is what I used. I put out a meme today. I said like this. Let me show you guys this meme I wrote today. Let me show you. Shoot. Let me bring it up. Just a second here. 1 second. 1 second. I want you guys to see this meme. Okay. Man, I got all kind of stuff open. Jeez, Linnell. All right. 1 second here. Man, where is it at? Okay, there it goes. Mortgage. All right, here we go. Check this out. This is the meme. This is a meme I wrote today. Okay, see that? Check that out. That's what I wrote today. Okay. You got a mortgage and you're calling yourself a homeowner for 30 years? What do you call yourself when the house is paid off? What do you call yourself? You see what I'm saying? Chiz Player says, LJ, watch the video about the girl that was 100K in debt from Wake Forest University with a degree in English. Oh, I got to see that, man. You know what? Thanks, Chiz Players, because I love doing articles on people like that because I want to hear what she says. Why? It's just crazy, you know, because that's the conditioned mind. The conditioning is to make people believe that they must have a degree if they want to be anything in this world. And that's not true. But listen, that's a conditioning. Once you get out of the debt matrix, you'll see that this stuff is really designed by the wealthy. Okay. And they're not doing anything mean. They're not doing anything wrong. Rich people are not mean and evil. They're not keeping the man down. That's true. The rich people don't pay taxes. That's true. That's true. They just do it a different way than you do. They pay taxes. Okay, let me take that back. They pay taxes, but in a different way than you do. If they didn't pay taxes directly, people in the debt matrix would catch on and be like, wait a minute, you're rich, you don't have to pay taxes. Then they would catch on. So they just do it in a roundabout way. Everybody can do it. Everybody cannot pay taxes legally. Everybody can do that, but you can't be in debt, nor can you see it. If you're in debt, it's mathematically impossible for you to see or understand anything I'm talking about right now. I promise you. Chiz Player says she only makes $200 by week. Oh my gosh, she ain't never getting out. Never getting out. Black America says, do you invest in cryptocurrency? Nope, I don't. Nope, I do not. That money doesn't exist. That's not real. Don't fall for it. Anybody, let me tell you something, okay? Let me give you a higher view, okay? This is just my opinion. Say like you created this country, right? And you put everything in motion, even down to the currency. You said everybody in my country is going to use this dollar, and I'm going to enforce it with my military and my police force. And anybody get caught with counterfeiting my money, you're going to prison. You think you're going to allow some different kind of currency to come over and take over and just wipe out your currency? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Cryptocurrency is for people that believe. Now, let me make sure, because in my opinion, I believe the banks made up the cryptocurrency. That's just my personal belief, right? Because the majority of people that I come across that believe in cryptocurrency, they're broke. They're in debt and looking for something to get them out of debt quickly. And they don't really understand this is what it's really doing. Let's take you guys. I'm talking about what's in the debt matrix. Now I'm gonna take you outside the debt matrix, okay? Now here are people believing that something's gonna give them money fast, and people in the debt matrix don't think, right? They just go, okay, because I guarantee you, say like this, say like somebody invested in cryptocurrency and made $100,000, okay? Now, if that same person had $100,000 in student loan debt, do you believe they're going to take that $100,000 and pay off their student loan debt? They're going to keep reinvesting it back in cryptocurrency because they're going to want more and want more and want more. And guess what they're going to do when they finally want to spend that money? Guess what they got to do? They got to convert it to cash. And as soon as they do, it's a record. Now you have to pay taxes on that money. You can't just take it and spend it on what you want. You got to pay taxes on it. You think do you think somebody investing in cryptocurrency believing that the cryptocurrency is going to take out the bank and the government can't track it and blah, 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 blah? That's not true. Don't believe that. Okay, don't believe that. That's why anybody, check it out. Anybody that comes up to me asking me about cryptocurrency and telling me what you can do and flip it and quadruple it, the first question I'm going to ask them, let me see your personal credit report. And if I see their personal credit report and they're deep in debt, student loans that are older than their children, they got collections, they got IRS debt, I'm not listening to a word they're saying. They're in debt. They're speaking debt. They've already, check it out. They've already broken the number one rule. They've disrespected their own money by having that kind of stuff on their credit report. Now you believe somebody that disrespects their own money is going to help you and going to help you better with your money? That's not true. Stop it. Nicer says, you should draw up 2 charts comparing the different classes and the 3 different financial levels: debt matrix, financially free, and wealthy. Okay. Hey, thank you, Nicer. I appreciate that. I will do that. I will do that for sure. All around strong. What's up? Welcome. Welcome. All right. I'll see you later. Thank you for dropping in, Nicer. Got to bounce. Got an appointment. Be back later to catch the replay. Have a marvelous day, SMD family. Thank you. Thank you, Naima. Appreciate it. Thank you. Gary Rodriguez says, some did just that and we're paying $400 a month on it. We owe like $12,000 on it. So if I let it go, don't have to still pay the rest of what yeah, you will. You will, Gary. Okay, you will, right? But listen, it's better than going all the way through the whole term of the loan, paying on something that you already know today is not worth the money you're paying. By the time they go through the whole process and sell the car and you owe, and then they got to come after you, that's a whole process. You're stacking your money that whole time, okay? You're stacking your money. You're not just spending it. You're stacking your money. Don't let it repossess. Go buy a car cash and start walking around. Ooh, I got $400 extra. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Now you start stacking your money. By the time it comes around that you owe that money, say like they were done, they sold the car and now you owe $4,000. By the time it gets to you, they will settle that with $2,000, maybe even $1,000. By the time it goes to collections and all that other stuff, by the time it comes to you, you say, hey, man, I'll settle this for $1,000 or $2,000. You will have the money to take care of it. To ride all the way through something that's not even worth the money you're paying, plus full coverage insurance, because you got to remember, once you buy your own car, you don't have to have full coverage insurance. You get to put your insurance where you want to put it. I mean, according to the laws of your state, but right there, you can just leave it right there. It doesn't matter. When you finance a car, you must have full coverage insurance. Okay. There's a whole bunch of ways to save money. You need to come see me, Gary. You need to come see me. Okay. Email me for a free 30-minute consultation. I'll create you a plan and you will understand the plan because it'll all be grade school math. Okay. All right. Chiz Player said he'll drop the link. Thanks, man, because I got to read that. I got to read that, Chiz Players. Quentin said he saw that yesterday. Wow, I got to see it. I want to see it. Mark says $100K for an engineer major. God, what compelled that girl? Exactly. You know what compelled her, Mark? Conditioning. The people around her, the people in her circle, the people in the debt matrix. 85% of Americans are in debt. Can you imagine? It's $1.6 trillion in student loan debt right now. 1.6 trillion with a T. That's a lot of slaves. That's a lot of slaves. Chiz Player said her parents should have put their foot down when they said she was going to a major something dumb. Hey, Chiz Players, this is what you're assuming. You're assuming that her parents knew. What I'm telling you guys, this is generational. This is generational. The knowledge I share with you guys, you won't be able to help but share with the members in your family. Whether they're going to listen or not, those are two different things. But you will not be able to help but share it with it. Share with them. I promise you. Mark said, and she fixed her teeth too. Game over. Oh, man. Yeah, because she believes she has money. That's all. Cheers Player says, LJ, put put in, I am broke AF, $100,000 in student loan debt, and the video should be first in the search. Exactly. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to put that. I bet that'll pop up. Bet. Snuggle says, hey, LJ, this chess move that you're streaming right now, you came out of the gate with the knight to c3. Very interesting. I would like to see how this game plays out, how your move plays out. You move your pieces. Exactly. Hey, man, I'm telling you this. Hey, check it out, Snuggles. The one thing I like about these chess moves, I can announce them and still nobody will know what I'm doing. What do you mean? What do you mean you're moving the knight to c3? What are you talking about? What's that going to do? What's that? Oh, nothing. It's not going to do anything. Don't worry about it. It's just a little horsey. It's just a little horsey that you ride. Just don't worry about it. See what I'm saying? Okay, Black America says, how do you buy savings bonds? You have to go online now, and I have tried to access savings bond online, and I cannot access savings bond. I don't know how you do it. I don't invest in Black America. I'm not investing in anything but my business. I don't invest in anything outside myself. And what I teach here is this, and not saying this is you, Black America, but I'm saying this. If your finances are in the negative, you have no money to invest in anything. That's mathematically impossible. So if you add up all your savings and add up all your debt, the very name of my channel, Savings Minus Debt, add up all your savings, add up all your debt. If your finances are in the negative, it's mathematically impossible for you to invest in anything outside yourself. Anything. You can't. Money doesn't exist for you if your finances are in the negative. Money does not exist for you. B. Mays says, I got my consultation today, ready to tackle my goal. Exactly. I'm ready for you, B. Mays. I'm ready, man. Thank you for reaching out too, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to changing your world, man. I'm going to change your world. I'm going to give you the exact plan how to get out. All you got to do is believe it. I will have an answer for you. Anybody that comes to me for a consultation, let me explain something to you. I will have an answer for you. I will have a mathematical answer for you. I promise. And you will understand how I came to that answer. Now, it's up to you to believe it or not. All you got to do is believe your own math, because my math on my calculator is going to match the math on your calculator. Now, all you got to do is believe it. Okay? You got my email? Okay, cool, Gary. Reach out to me, man. Reach out to me. Let me throw it up there one more time for those of you guys that might have missed it. There you go. Pretty soon, I'm creating a website right now with a scheduler up there. It's not up there yet. I'm going to tell you guys when it's up. Then that way you guys can just go to my website and schedule yourself. This is going to be way, way nicer. This is going to help me out a lot. Okay. Cosmic Wisdom says, what do you classify as savings, 401k, brokerage accounts, value? What do you classify as savings? Oh, okay. What do you classify as savings? Money that you can go to your bank account and pull out. That's what I classify as savings. Money that you can go to the bank account and pull out. That's it. Like you can go right now and say, hey, give me $2,000. That's the only thing I'm talking about. I'm not talking about add up your retirement. I'm not talking about the equity in your house. I'm not talking about nothing that's tied between you and the bank. I don't count any of that. Okay. Because people will take that wrong. They was like, hey man, I got $20,000 equity in my house, but they have a mortgage. It's not their house. That's why you have to borrow the equity, because it's not your equity. That's why you got to borrow it. Okay. People don't know that. All right. B. Mays says, bro, I can feel that you are a trustworthy guy that cares. I do. B. Mays. Hey, check it out. B. Mays. Check it out, man. This is how you can trust me. If my math makes sense and you do the same math and it's the same outcome on your calculator, I'm not tricking anybody. You know what I'm saying? And like right now, check it out, B. Mays. Check this out. I'm gonna take you outside the debt matrix for a minute. This is what I want you to picture in your brain right now. Now, if you add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and your finances are in the negative, right? I want you to ask yourself, not saying you, B. Mays, this is a question for everybody, really, for everybody. Add up all your savings, add up all your debt, and then go savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. Now, if it's a large negative number, don't feel bad because 85% of Americans are in debt. So don't worry about it, okay? I want you to ask yourself, though I know my finances are in the negative, how come I don't feel broke? How come I don't feel like I don't have any money? How come I don't feel like that? I'll tell you why. You guys ready? Because you believe you own everything you financed. You believe that car outside is yours. You believe that house you're in is yours. You believe everything you buy with your credit card is your money. You believe that. That's why you don't feel broke. That's the trick. Ta-da! That's the magic trick. Ta-da! And don't be mad. Once you get out of the debt matrix and you come on this side, the wealthy will welcome you. This is what they'll say. By the time you started speaking the language of mathematics, welcome. Look how much room is over here. Come on. Would you want to open a business? Yeah, here, do this. You got plenty of room. There's no competition over here. All that grind 24 hours a day. Oh, man, get on your grind 7 days a week, no sleep. That's what people in the debt matrix says. Over here, time is the most valuable thing on earth. I'm not grinding all the time. First of all, I'm doing what I love. So this is not even grinding, right? This is not even grinding. I just love doing it. All that, oh man, grind 24 hours a day. You ain't this. The wealthy says, no, it's not. The wealthy are not mean. They don't say, hey, here's the secrets to wealth. Here's this fancy black book for the wealth. And then I'll put a picture of Bill Gates up there. Hey, billionaires, don't tell you this. No, it's just mathematics. That's it. It's nothing more. You want to be like me? You want to know what I know, you guys? I'm telling you guys, I'm not some fancy guru or nothing, right? You want to be like me? All you got to do is trust math the same way I do. That's it. That's it. That's the answer. Trust math. Mark says savings minus debt equals financial freedom. Exactly. That's going on my shirts, Mark. Black Knight says savings is an asset, but an asset isn't just savings, liquid. Savings is an asset, but an asset isn't just savings. I'm not sure what you're saying there, Black Knight, but not sure what you mean by that. But I don't want, hey, you guys, don't be getting confused, because when you talk about money, people think a car is an asset, or people believe their house is an asset. Asset, when it comes to money, make sure you clearly understand the definition of each word, because people believe they're homeowners while having 30-year mortgages. People believe their personal home is an asset while having a 30-year mortgage. That's not true. Assets make you money. Okay? They make you money. Cheers Player says, LJ, what do you tell a kid graduating from high school and wants to go to college but can't afford it and thinks they need to go to college loan? This is what I say, Cheers Players. This is what I say. If that kid knows what he wants to do, knows that he's going to get a degree that's applicable inside of today's society to make the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time, I say do it. Say like this, say like the kid wants to be a doctor. You got to go to college for that. You want to be a dentist? You got to go to college for that. I'm not going to have a doctor work on me and say, oh man, I went to some trade school, but I learned heart surgery there. No, you're not going to work on me. No. Go to college. And if you ain't got no money, get a student loan, because I'm not against student loans. But when you graduate and land that good job, you continue to live like a college student until every single penny of that debt is paid off. You don't buy nothing. Nothing. Darkman Jeff says, I imagine the debt-free zone as a land full of sunshine, pretty flowers, and jazz music playing in the background. Hey, Darkman Jeff, check it out. That's a good description, Darkman Jeff, because I'm glad you said that. This is why. It is whatever you want it to be. Every day I wake up, Darkman Jeff, my day is whatever I want it to be. Anything. what I want it to be. Today's the gym. Today is to create a video for my followers, for the SMD family. Take a jog, take a walk, think of new ideas about what I'm gonna tell you guys the next day, tomorrow, maybe the day after, whatever. It is whatever you want it to be, Dark Man. I promise you, it's lovely. Black America says, can you use the equity in your home to pay off debt? No, you can't. No, you can never borrow your way out of debt. If you borrow equity, check it out. In order to get the equity, see, people believe it's the, if you believe the equity in your home is yours, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to the bank and say, hey, man, bank, give me my equity. No, I don't feel like signing out any paperwork. No, I'm not paying any interest. I'm not doing any of that. It's my equity. Give it to me. Okay. Like when you go to your savings account, do you got to fill out any paperwork? Are you paying any interest? Are you borrowing anything? You just go in and put in your card in and take it out. Right. That's why you're borrowing the equity. Hence, it's not your money. You think, check it out. Black America. Okay. Let me give you an example. Okay. Let me give you an example. People pull the equity out of their house to pay off the cars. Okay. And then they believe they have really paid off their cars without inputting any money of their own. So this is what, now you step outside the debt matrix, and I'm going to tell you what is. People believe they're going to borrow, since it's the bank's house, they're borrowing the bank's money, the equity, and then they're going to take that money and pay off the bank's cars, because the bank owns cars. They're going to take the bank's money to pay off their own cars. The bank is not doing that. But if the people believe they did, they just believe they did. You see what I'm saying? You cannot ever borrow your way out of debt. Don't ever do that. Trust math. Hey, you guys, I'm not saying anything fancy. Trust mathematics. Cosmic Wisdom says, yep, the only house that I consider an asset are the ones I get rents from. Exactly, Cosmic Wisdom. Exactly. Exactly. Information, but the banks don't give you the equity. That's a loan. Oh, he's talking to, okay. Just Cosmic Wisdom says, it's just swapping debt. Exactly. It's the shell game. They're just moving debt from under this shell and putting it over there. And okay, all right, all right. And then you get that feeling. The people get that feeling of that they paid off their cars because they have the title in their hand. And guess what they're gonna do? Guess what they're going to do? Take it and trade it in and get a better car. That's what they're going to do, because they think they got more money, because they believe that they don't have a car payment now. Now they believe they have extra. That's why the banks say that. Hey, pay off your car. That's why they do that. Hey, pay off your car so you can have extra money at the end of the month. No, you're not. You're not going to have extra money. You're going to be deeper in debt. It is just crazy. You're right, Wayne. Just moving debt around. Just moving debt around. Hey, you guys, don't forget to hit those like buttons, okay? All right. Please do not forget to hit that like button. Here's my Cash App. I'm accepting donations there. And when you do, I appreciate it. First of all, leave the notes like you have been doing. I love the notes you guys put in there, what I've done to change your life or help your financial life. That's my Cash App. There's my PayPal right there. And for a free 30-minute consultation, there's my email. All right. Send me a date, time, and your phone number, a good time that I can call you. And I'm East Coast time, by the way, okay? BK from the Rocky says, before getting my house, I was completely debt-free and life different. However, I couldn't maintain being debt-free because I moved for opportunities. LJ, how can we maintain being debt-free? Before getting let me reread your question, BK from the Rockies. Before getting my house, I was completely debt-free and life different. However, I couldn't maintain being debt-free because I moved for opportunities. LJ, this is what I suggest you do, BK from the Rockies. You do whatever it takes to pay your house off. Pay it completely off. Check it out. There's no better, I know it doesn't seem like it. There's no better investment than paying off your house, because if you pay off your house, guess what? You will never have another mortgage in your lifetime. When it's time for you to move, BK, guess what? You just sell the house. Take that money and buy your new house. And then say you move for opportunities, BK. You put the house up on the market, right? And if it doesn't sell right away, do you care? You won't have no mortgage. It doesn't matter. You go to a place, you got time. It gives you time to look. Maybe you got to rent a nice place for the meantime until your house sell. By the time your house sell, you will have found the house that you want to move into or buy. You just take that money and then you buy the house, period. And the person you're buying it from, guess what? They're probably in debt. Never forget, the majority of people are in debt. And as long as there are people, check it out. If you own your house, as long as there are people that believe they're homeowners while having 30-year mortgages, you will be able to get the house you want at the price you want because they are in debt. You pay your house off, you are not in debt. The sticker price on a house will no longer matter to you because you're not financing anything. You're paying cash. You better believe they will skip all that. To skip all that bank paperwork, they will skip over all that to get for you, to put you first. Believe that. Detoxing from the blue pill. The banks are some of the biggest gangsters in the world. Detoxing from the blue pill. Let me tell you something, okay? Don't never, ever, 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 ever mix your feelings with business. How you feel about the banks is how you feel about the banks. Those are feelings. Stop feeling like that. 1 + 1 = 2. It will never care about how you feel about it equaling 2. It doesn't care how you feel about 1 + 1 = 2, 5 + 5 = 10. Who cares how you feel about it? It just is what it is. Banks are not mean. They're not evil. They're not doing anything to nobody. They're just using mathematics. Everybody has this skill. Everybody has a math app on their phones. They can do it themselves. Once you get out of the debt matrix, not saying that you detox, I'm just saying in general. Once you get out of debt matrix, you will clearly see that the banks are not evil. No, they're not. That's not true. That's not true. I'm on the other side, people. That's not true. All around strong. What's up, LJ? Question. I use equity to pay off my vehicle and a couple of loans. My cash flow is much better now. Plus my mortgage interest is at a good rate. Why do you feel that this isn't smart? Okay. That's a very good question, all around strong. Now, I want you, all around strong, I want you to listen to me mathematically, okay? I want you to listen to me mathematically only, okay? First of all, you needed to refinance your house to get the equity because you did not have the money to pay off your vehicle and your loans yourself. You didn't have any money, so you needed to get the equity from the house. The house is not yours. You needed the bank's help to buy the house in the first place. So you didn't have the money to buy the house. So the bank literally owns the house. So what you did was borrow the money from the banks, because if it was your money, you wouldn't have to borrow it at an interest rate. So you believe that you took the bank's money and paid off the bank's cars with their own money. That's what you believe. And now that since you refinance your house, you stretched it out back to probably another 30-year mortgage. Now you believe you have more money at the end of the month. That's not true. You're deeper in debt all around strong. You're not saving any money. Cash flow is not better. It looks like that. I know it looks like that all around strong, but it's not true. All you got to do is do the math. You can clearly see that that's not true. Okay. It's not even, it has nothing to do with being smart, dumb. I'm just talking about mathematics. All you got to do is do the math all around strong. You will see that you didn't win. You didn't win. And plus refinancing your house comes at a fee. You're paying a fee. You're paying interest on money that's not yours. Okay. They refinance your house. They stretch it out back out to 30. You took that money that you borrowed. You thought you paid off your cars. You really didn't. Why would the bank pay off their own cars? That they wouldn't do that. But if you believe it, hey, whatever. All right. The bank doesn't care. They're in the business of making money. Now teach people about money, right? Now you're driving around. You believe you own your cars because you have the title in your hand. That's not true. Okay. I promise you. Do the math. I'm only speaking mathematics. Okay. Cosmic Wisdom says use the extra cash flow to pay off your debt or buy cash flowing assets. Don't waste your extra money. BK from the Rockies. Sorry, my typo. I was completely debt free and life was different. Okay. Now, BK from the Rockies, is your house the only thing? This is what I say, man. If you completely debt free, I say pay off your house. You do whatever it takes. Remember listen to what I'm saying. If you pay off your house right now, you do whatever it takes. You will never have another mortgage in your life, a personal mortgage. You will never have another personal mortgage, because this is the secret to creating a foundation. Okay. How do you create a solid wealth building foundation? You seal up all the cracks in your foundation. What are the cracks? Interest payments. Interest payments cause cracks in your foundation. You seal up all the cracks. That including a mortgage. If you're paying interest on your mortgage, that's a crack in your foundation. Seal that up. How do you seal it up? Pay off your house. Now you're like debt free. Now you have a solid wealth building foundation. Period. Now you can just build, because you sealed up all the cracks. Interest payment is cracks in your wealth building foundation. Am I saying, hey, check it out, you guys. Am I saying anything fancy? Am I saying anything fancy? I swear to God, I'm not. I'm not saying anything fancy. You want to know, you guys want to know what I know? Believe in math the same way I do. I just believe in math. That's it. I'm not doing anything fancy, you guys. I promise you. I'm not doing anything fancy. What I'm telling you is this: debt blinds you. It blinds you. I'm trying my best to show you guys in the easiest way possible. Okay? You go finance a car. It's the car plus tax. And then when you finance that car, you're financing the taxes too. If you go get a house and you can't buy it yourself, and you walk into the bank and say, hey, bank, I need your help to buy that house. The bank says, okay, but until you pay us back all our money, we are going to own the house. I'm not saying anything fancy, okay? I'm not. Are you guys hearing me? All around strong. You just answered my question. Hey, man, and all around. Thank you for asking that question, because I want everybody in the room to hear it. You don't even have to be super smart. What I'm telling you guys ain't nothing to do with just grade school math. Check it out. If you follow what I'm saying and create your foundation by sealing up all the cracks, what did I tell you? The cracks in your wealth building foundation are interest payments. Anything you're paying interest on, that's something that goes down in value, in financing, period. Don't worry about things that go. Anything you financing and you paying interest payments, those are leaks in your foundation. Seal up all the links and you will see exactly what I'm saying. Everything. You'll see it'll all make sense. But as long as you're in debt, you will never understand what I'm saying. It's mathematically impossible for you to even understand what I'm saying. BK from the Rockies says, good points, paying off the house. Exactly, BK. I guarantee you this, BK, check it out. So you know I'm not making any of this up. I guarantee you, if you paid off your house, you'd probably be the only person on your block with a paid off house. While everybody in your block calling themselves a homeowner, you'll be the only true homeowner. That should tell you something. You should say, why is that? Why is everybody calling themselves a homeowner when they know they have a mortgage? I have a paid off house. I know I'm a homeowner, but if I told them, hey, if you have a mortgage, you're not a homeowner, they'll argue with me because they're in the debt matrix. I'm bringing you guys out of the debt matrix so you can be rich. I want you guys to understand how easy it is to become a millionaire. All you got to do is get out of debt first. This is not free to be financially free. It's not free. You want to know your cost? You want to know the price of your ticket over here? Add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals the cost of your financial freedom. That's your price. Are you willing to pay it? It's not free to come over here. You can't borrow your way over here either. That's impossible. You can't do it. Cosmic Wisdom says, I know I'm not gonna have another personal mortgage again. I'm on a 5-year countdown. As you speak in fact, man. Hey, Cosmic Wisdom, that your house you're in is not even mine, and I'm happy for you. And when you get it, Cosmic Wisdom, I want to know what a house title looks like because I've never seen one. Please frame that in a solid gold 24 karat gold frame and put it in the foyer of your house. So when people walk in, they'll see that up there and say, what's that? You say, that's a house title, baby. Have you ever seen one? No? Look at it. Take a picture of it. You want me to stand next to it? This is what I want you to say, Cosmic Wisdom. Hey, you want me to take a picture to my, you want to take a picture with my house title? Or you wanted me to take a picture next to it? You never seen one, huh? Me neither. That's why it's in a 24 karat gold frame. Quentin says, nope, you're speaking math. That's it. I'm not, you guys, listen. SMD family. I'm not saying anything. Listen, if you come over here, if you just believe your own math, you will be free for the rest of your life. If you hate your job right now, the only reason why you're there because you're in debt. You've trapped yourself there. That's why you hate your job. That's why who would work? Who would get up in the morning, get in the traffic, and go to a place they hate to stay there for 8 hours? Only people in debt do that. I hear people all the time on Facebook talking about, oh, I hate my job. I can't stand it here. I can't say, because you're in debt. That's why you're there. Because if you wasn't in debt, you wouldn't be there. You wouldn't be at it. You would not be at a job you hate if you wasn't in debt. If I can get you guys to come over to this side, you will see how lovely it is. It is so beautiful on this side of the game. You will see that banks are not evil. Rich people are not mean. They're not hoarders. They're not rich. Wealthy people you don't even really think about money. I don't even think about money. I don't think about money. I don't even think about money. Doesn't that sound crazy? I don't even think about money. Am I wealthy? No. Wealthy is owning the time in your life. I'm building this brand, so I will like for the last 4 years, I've owned 4 years of every moment in my life. 5 years. I've owned every minute. No, 4 years of owning every minute of my life. Am I wealthy yet? No, I am financially free. Wealthy is at the top. Financially free is in the middle. And then at the bottom are debt slaves. This is what I'm saying, you guys, okay? Everything is a choice. People that are slaves are there by choice. They're choosing to stay there because they can choose to believe math or not. It's their choice. All they got to do is say, hey, wait a minute. If I keep financing that car, that means I'm paying more for it than what it's worth. I'm financing taxes too. I better not do that. But they're choosing to stay there. Slavery, volunteer slaves, financial freedom, meaning your finances above zero, and wealthy. That means owning every minute of the time in your life. That's true wealth. Black Knight says, is it common sense? I heard a lady say she was working overtime so she could buy Christmas gifts. I had to walk away from her. Hey, Black Knight, do you see what I mean? You have to walk away. She told you her mindset without even knowing she told you. You working overtime for Christmas gifts. She's probably working overtime for Black Friday, Christmas Monday, whatever days they make up. It's all consumer. It's the wealthy. Once you create a business, Black Knight, and I don't know if you have or did, whatever, right? But once you do, you just do what the big boys are doing right now. Make people believe that. Check it out. I told you guys this the other day. Why do you think cell phones are starting to charge? Why do you think they're becoming more and more expensive? Why do you think that? People don't even see this. They're getting They're getting more and more expensive, right? $1,000, $1,500, because people, if the majority of people don't even have $100 in their savings account, you think they're paying cash for $1,000 to $1,500 phone? Nope. Guess what they're doing? They're financing them. People are upside down in cell phones. If you have a finance phone in your hand right now, this is going to hurt you, okay? If you have a financed phone in your hand right now, number one, don't you ever tell anybody outside of yourself that you have a finance phone, because you have no idea if people like me are sitting around you. And if you happen to do that, and I want you to pay attention to anybody that walks away. If you say, hey man, yeah, I'm making payments on this phone, they're not that expensive. If you see anybody get up and walk away, I want you to focus in on that person. Why'd they just walk away? I can't be around that. I can't be around that. It hurts me even to see it. Pay that phone off. And don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that again. All Around Strong says, well, if I were to I'm assuming you said sell my house, I wouldn't owe anything. So I'm not sure I understand fully, though I do understand the transfer of debt by using equity in your answer. Well, if I were to sell my house, I wouldn't know. Well, do this, All Around Strong, pay your house off. All Around Strong, listen to me, okay? Check it out. What the majority cannot see, there is no better investment than your house. You have full control over this investment. You know this investment inside and out. Pay your house off. All you got to do is look at the statistics. If you paid your house off, I guarantee you'd be the only true homeowner on your block. That should be evidence enough. That should be the biggest statistic that you could ever see. That's right in your face. You got to say, wait a minute, if I paid my house off and there's 10 people on my block, how come I'm the only one that has a paid off house? That should tell you. That should tell you right there, I'm the only one with a paid off house. A paid off house, you could do anything. If you ever got into a bind, you always have guaranteed money. That's guaranteed money. Guaranteed. Cosmic Wisdom. I'm going to be like Tupac in that song California Dreaming, out of jail, but not on bail. Exactly, man. Or you better believe. Let me tell you guys something right now. If you have a house right now, you're ahead of me. Okay, don't let me beat you by having a paid off house, because you better believe I'm going to announce it to everybody in the world that I have a paid off house, SMD family. You better believe it. Right now, if you have a house, you are ahead of me. But you better believe I'm going to have a paid off house. Believe that. And I'm going to frame that title. I don't even know what it looks like. I don't even know if there's an actual title to a house. I have no idea. I don't even know what one looks like. Quentin says, after listening to you to about a month now, I am holding off on buying a house right now. Exactly. Quentin, savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a house. That's it. That's all you got to do. If your finances are in the negative, you're not ready. You have no choice but to rent. So hey, check it out. If you guys, this is what people in the debt matrix always say, okay? Remember this. Hey, the rent's same as the mortgage. Why are you throwing this is the common saying, okay? Why are you throwing your money away on rent? When you can do this and you can get equity and take the equity and do this and that and this and that, right? They always say that people in the debt matrix say some of the craziest things they do, right? This is all you got to do for yourself. When they're done talking, add up all your savings, add up all your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have for a house. If your finances are in the negative, you have no choice but to rent. There is no other option. And then the people that say that, I promise you, anybody that comes up to me and says something like that, what is my go-to saying? Let me see your credit report. All three. Let me see it. Let me see your credit report. If you guys treat your finances like a business, do you think, check it out, do you think you can walk into a bank? Because People in the debt matrix, they can only go by what they see somebody with a nice car, house, whatever. Do you think that same person can walk into the bank, dress nice, have a Porsche sitting outside and say, hey, bank, I want a loan, but I want to skip the credit approval process? The bank's going to say, what the hell are you talking about? Nobody skips that process. Exactly. Nobody skips it. Nobody. That's why you always ask to see a person's personal credit report. It will not lie to you. It will not lie to you. Chiz Players, do you plan on saving out and paying straight out cash for a home in the future? Chiz Players, I'm going on 50. Okay. But then again, my business is going to boom. I already see it happening. So yeah, but this is what I'm going to do, Chiz Players. Don't think, see, you got to remember this, Chiz Players. Once you're financially free, housing market values no longer apply to me. They don't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm trying to buy a house in Malibu or in New York. Housing prices no longer matter to me because I'm going to buy from, as long as there are people with 30-year mortgages that believe they're homeowners, I can buy a house at any price I want in any area I want. I will just go foreclosures, tax liens, or wait for the next economy crash because it's coming. It's coming. And as long as I have the money when the economy crashes happen, when the economy crash happens again, I'll just buy then. That's it. And sit on it. Only God can make more land. Only God can do that. That's why there's taxes on land, because if there wasn't okay, so you guys can understand the purpose of taxes. If there wasn't taxes on land, people would just buy a piece of property and just sit on it for the rest of their life, whether you know about money or not. You could just sit on it forever. And then we would just run out of land. Right? But as long as there are people that don't understand money, say like you bought your house and you understand money, right? You understand money, how it works, blah, blah, blah. You understand the taxes, da, 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 right? But soon you're going to die. One day you're going to die. What if one day it's going to get handed down or passed to somebody that doesn't understand money? And guess what they're going to do? Refinance it, get the money, go finance some cars. And guess what? They're going to lose it. Why? Because of the taxes. So it can be recycled and start all over. Nobody's making more land. Top Fight says, is financial freedom means debt-free and freedom from work? No. Okay, good question, Top Fight. Top Fight, I'm glad you said that. Financial freedom means that you are not in debt and your finances are above zero. You have a job, you're working, but you're working at a place you want to work at, not a place you have to work at. Okay. You're not working at a place you don't like. You're not working 50 miles from your house because that's the only job that you can afford to have to pay your bills. You're working at a place that you want to work at. You're not going to work talking about, damn, I hate my job, because you like it there, because you need to earn money because the only way you can earn money you have to earn money to build a business or whatever you're going to do. Right. You're not going to borrow the money. I mean, it counts on what you're doing. I'm not against borrowing money for a business, but what I say is this: make sure you're debt free first. If your finances were a business today, would you be in business? If the answer is no, you're not ready to create a business. Let me say that again. If your finances were your business today, would you still be in business? If the answer is no, you're not ready to create a business. Okay? Black Knight says, I'm going to email you a copy of the title to paid off. Please do, Black Knight. I want to see it. I've never seen one. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I want to see it. A copy of the title to the two paid off homes. Oh, damn, Black, you doing it like that? I want to see them. I've never seen the title of a house. Never. So Black Knight, you a true homeowners, plural. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Black Knight, please email me. Here, let me throw my email up there just in case if you don't have it, because I want to see it. I want to see them. And Black Knight, let me ask you something, okay? Let me ask you something, man. When knowing that you are a true homeowner, and then you hear other people call themselves homeowners, knowing they have a mortgage, what do you think to yourself when you hear that? Tell me what's running through your mind when you hear that. Thank you, Nicer. Hit that like button, you guys. Hit that like button. Please, please hit that like button. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let me get up there. Because I got to see what's over there too. Because I haven't. 1 second here. Black Knight says he's laughs. Hey, do they say, hey man, what are you laughing at? Do they turn to you and do they look at you with confusion talking about, what are you laughing at, man? What's so funny? Oh, I would love to have been there, man. That is awesome. That is so awesome. That's got to be awesome, man. That's got to be a crazy feeling. That's got to be a crazy feeling. Man, that's got to, you know what? Congratulations, Black Knight. Hey, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. I will be there. I want to see that. I'm a post my own, not yours, my own house title. I'm going to frame it in the foyer. When you walk in, I want everybody to walk in. They're going to see that thing layered in gold. They're going to be like, what's that? That's a house title. I'm not going to put no fancy rug in the foyer area, some fancy furniture. It's going to be blank with just one thing up on the wall. And they're going to walk in and say, you ain't putting anything fancy in. There's nothing fancier than that. Nothing. There's nothing in this house like that. Nothing. What is that? A house title. They're going to walk out. People are going to leave thinking, damn, I thought I was a homeowner. You're not. These are great questions, you guys. Great questions. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Get those likes up. Appreciate it. All that. Love all that. Love all that. All around strong. LJ, you definitely dropping some knowledge. I am now considering dropping my investments and focusing on paying off the mortgage even quicker in quicker fashion. All around strong, man. Just now, I didn't see this either. Okay, the only reason why I'm able to tell you this all around is because I'm out of the debt matrix. There is nothing. There is no, once you have a paid off house, then you can play into the outside, but you've taken care of the foundation at home. You created the foundation of wealth by what? Fixing up all the cracks in your foundation, interest payments. This is what I suggest. Fill in all the cracks, stopping all interest payments, right? The next phase, max out your 401k, HSA, anything that is pre-tax, you max that all out. Okay. And then after you max it, because the taxes avoided that the majority pay is money in your pocket, all around strong. That's called phantom income. That is real. That's real. Once you max out, because all pre-tax options are, you know what they are? That's the government's way of saying, hey, if you invest in this, right, we'll give you a tax break. So if you put in $19,000 in your retirement, that's our vehicle that we created. Guess what? You can take off that same $19,000 off your taxable income. Okay, you do that and say like this all around strong, and you have some rental property, right? You can do appreciation and depreciation, right? And you can take that against your regular, normal, ordinary income from your job, and you can cancel out and not pay taxes at all legally. That's how the rich do it. That's why they don't pay taxes. They pay taxes, but not the same way people in debt do. If they directly not pay taxes, the people in the debt matrix would catch on and be like, wait a minute, that's unfair. The rich don't pay taxes. Yeah, they don't. I mean, they do, but they don't pay taxes like you do. See what I'm saying? Pay your house off all around strong. Stop all that other investing because you don't have any control over those investments. You're trusting it with somebody, or you're trusting that the market does this and that and da da da, whatever. Pay your house off and you will never have another mortgage in your life. In your life. That's guaranteed money. Guaranteed. People say, you hear people in the debt matrix say this all the time. Oh, don't pay off your house. You can write off the interest on your taxes. Write off the interest on your taxes? That doesn't even make sense. You're writing up. Check it out. When you hear somebody say, hey, you keep your mortgage so you can write off the interest on your taxes. How about you not pay interest at all? Forget writing off the interest. How about you not pay interest at all? Interest are the cracks in your foundation and your wealth building foundation. Seal up the cracks, and now you have something solid to build wealth upon. Not even an economy crash will hurt you. Won't even hurt you. It might do something in your portfolio somewhere. You'd be like, oh crap, man, I lost a few $1,000s or whatever. It ain't gonna hurt you. I promise you, it's not. Nicer says, now that's real valuables. Exactly. All Around Strong says the use of the term foundation really hit home. I use this term with my clients. Exactly. And say like this, All Around. This is what I want you to see, All Around. Okay. You're good at what you do. Okay. This because I know you'll understand what I'm saying. You're good at what you do. But this is a key piece. I promise you, this is a key piece you missed. Once you take this piece and understand it, whatever you do right now is going to catapult. Your income is going to be tenfold. It's going to be tenfold. And and any of your business people you do business partnerships with, this is what I want you to maybe not say that to them, but just what I want you to say. You come across somebody, say like they're in the same field as you, right? And they're not using basic math. They don't have a solid foundation. And I'm telling you, you got to ask yourself, how come they don't know that? Because they don't know that. They don't know it because they don't know it. See what I'm saying? They just don't know. They're not wrong, right? They just don't know. Whatever you do right now, you pay that house off All Around Strong, your finances are going to shoot through the freaking roof. Your business is going to catapult, right? Because the majority don't know what I'm telling you. They don't know. All you got to do, you want to double check me? Go, hey man, you a homeowner? Yeah. You got a mortgage? Yeah. Then you're like, they don't know. They're not a homeowner. If I was making payments right now on a mortgage and somebody say, you a homeowner? I say, nah, man, I'm still paying on it. That's exactly what I would say. I wouldn't lie to myself. No, I'm buying it. I'm in the process of buying it. Yeah, I'm making payments. No, and I don't own it. Nope, sure don't. They'll confuse. Oh, you're renting? No, I'm buying it. Then you're a homeowner. No, I'm not, because the bank still has the title in their vault, and so it's not mine. See what I'm saying? Black Knight says the rich pay taxes. They just don't pay the same percentage of their income and taxes. Yeah, they pay taxes. Exactly. They pay taxes. But all they do is this is all they do, okay? When I talk about the 401k and the HSA, right? Those are just small government vehicles that they offer you. The government offers these things to HSA, 401k. Look at those vehicles as training wheels before you get rich, before you become wealthy, okay? Because once you get out of the debt matrix, they got much larger vehicles for you out there. I promise you. Gas, oil, where you're going to be dropping in hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions, and you get tax benefits for doing so. On top of the returns on the interest and stuff you guys see on the top of that, the world can see, oh, hey, you invest in here and you get this much, or you get this much in dividends and returns. No, that's the frosting. The back end are the taxes. I promise you. Cosmic Wisdom says, I say I'm renting from the bank when people ask me. That's a good thing to say. Yep, I'm renting from the bank. I'm paying my landlord. Who's your landlord? The bank. Hey, Cosmic, you know what you should say? Hey, I'm renting. I want you to see the look on the people's faces when they say that. They go, "Oh, he's renting. He's sad. He's who's," and you say, "Yeah, I'm renting from the bank," and then let them make them think. First, hey, Cosmic, tell them you're renting. Look at the reaction on their face. That face at first when you say that, and then you go, "Yeah, I'm renting from the bank," and then they're gonna look confused. They're gonna be like, "Oh, crap. What do you mean renting from the bank? You got a mortgage? Yeah. Then you're renting from the bank. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?" All around strong. I know you get it, man. I know you get it. Let me tell you guys something, and I'm not even talking just to all around strong. Let me tell you something. If you are successful at your business and you are making money right now, you're making lots of money, right? But you're still in debt. I will change your life. I will change the game. You think you make a lot of money now? Think about it. You make so much money, but you didn't know the basics that I'm telling you right now. There's a major piece you're missing. Your foundation has cracks. I help you seal up those cracks, and you will catapult. You will take off, and nobody will know how you're doing it, even if you told them. Hey man, how come you're so successful in your business? I trust math. Just say it like that. I believe in math. Watch their faces. Watch their face. Man, you made $1 million last year. Now you made 5. What'd you do different? I trusted math. What you mean? What do you mean? Mathematics. You know the stuff they taught us in grade school? Yeah, I trust it now. That's it. That's it. Any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? I love these questions. Cash App. I'm financially free. I'm not wealthy yet. I will be. I'm not financially free. I'm not wealthy yet, but I will be. Everything just rhymes, man. Hey, let me tell you guys something. I'm going to a different level. When you find your passion, this is the weirdest thing, okay? Stuff just rhymes for some reason. It just rhymes out of nowhere. I feel like I'm a financial rapper or something. Everything just rhymes. If I've changed your life just with my words or my videos, you could help me out. Keep doing these videos online. Keep doing it. Not only, of course, monetarily, but it lets me know that I'm going in the right direction, especially when you guys leave a note in there. You know, people do this more on my PayPal. You can leave a statement in there and say, "Hey, man, I didn't know this about the cars. I didn't know this about the phone. I had a guy tell me the other day, man, I had to pay my phone off, man, because I kept hearing you talking about people that finance cell phones. I kept feeling so stupid for being one of those. I had to hurry and pay that thing off." I was like, "Congratulations. It worked." Nicer says, you mentioned back end. What's that term mean, back ends? I forgot which tech and what context I said that, Nicer. I can't, because I be talking a lot. Back ends. I can't remember in what context what I was talking about. Any other questions, man? These are very, very good questions. Hey, chess players, don't forget to send me that link because I want to read about that chick and $100,000 in student loan debt for an English degree. I really want to read that badly. I might do a video on it. Any other questions? Any other questions? Thank you guys all for these questions, man. It's lovely. Lovely. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Get those likes up. Please get those likes up. Please, please, please. Much appreciated. Much, much appreciated. Please don't forget to subscribe. Free 30-minute consultation. Email me here. Soon, like right now, I'm working on, so you guys understand, I'm working on my super chat and I'm working on my websites for you guys to, right now it'll show, I'm having it designed to where it'll show my packages, what I'm offering, and a scheduler. So you guys can jump on there and schedule at your own time. You don't even have to email me anymore. You just go, okay, this time, okay, I'm gonna do this and that, and schedule a time, and that'll be it. And then we could just, and I'll get an alert, and then we just talk, right? It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna help me out a lot. Okay. All right. Any other questions? All right. If that's it, or is it taking a minute to it's probably taking a minute to catch up with me. Okay. Let's see. Just Players says, yeah, that was a real title. I wasn't joking. I'm broke as fuck. $100,000 in student loans. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to do that. Nicer says, I probably spelled it wrong. Thought maybe you were talking 90s slang. Oh, no. When I say back end, I mean, I'm saying things that are, when I refer to back end, I'm saying things that don't, that are not seen by everybody. That's the best way I can describe it. Just Player says, I'll put the link in the comments after. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. All Around Strong. Put your Cash App up again. Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's see. That's my Cash App right there. Like I said, I'm working on my super chat. It's not, it's, I got the 1,000. People think you just click a button, say enable. No, they want you to do all this, connect to AdSense, and then you got to connect it to a website and all this other stuff. So, but I mean, I'm not upset about it, but I'm glad I'm honestly glad that YouTube makes it the way they do, because everybody would just be jumping up there, right? But you get 1,000 subscribers, man, you got to put in some work to get 1,000 subscribers. That ain't easy. And then you got to have 4,000 watched hours. Okay, so people can go out and buy all the subscribers they want, but you can't mimic watched hours. You can't. I mean, you can probably put up a whole bunch of just garbage, and people just watch it. But I'm talking about real content. Like real content, valuable content. That's what people come back for. And I want you guys to understand too, don't think like this is how you could tell, right? Go to somebody's channel and you'll notice that they might have millions of views, right, of something, right? But then you go down to the likes, they might have only 100,000 likes. That's how you can tell the content. So if they have millions of views, but 100,000 likes, half the people could probably forget. But I know when I go to something and it's real value, I'm clicking the like button because it was valuable to me, or I'm doing super chat, or I'm donating to their Cash App or whatever, because it's valuable. I want them to know that what they did for me, I could feel it. Black America says, something is telling me to buy and hold property. Should I save up money to do that? Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this is the #1 rule. Okay, savings minus debt equals how much money you have for properties. If your finances are in the negative, you don't have any money to buy any properties. Okay, and if you do, if your finances are not in the negative, right? If it's time for you to buy a house, you only get the best loan on the market. This is what you do. Hey, you walk into the biggest bank out there and you say, hey, bank, I want the best mortgage prime rate mortgage you have to offer. The bank's going to say, okay, here's the requirements. You look down the list of requirements. If you don't meet those requirements, you leave the bank and you don't come back until you do meet the requirements. That's it. That's how easy it is to buy a house. First, determine if your bank account agrees with you that you're ready to buy a house. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have to buy a house. If your finances are in the negative, you have no money to buy a house. So you just leave and don't come back until you do. And then when you decide to do it, you get the best mortgage on the market and nothing less. Nothing less than the best mortgage rate offered on the market, period. No FHA loans, no VA loans, no first-time home buyer loans, none of that. Nope, none. The best conventional rate mortgage, 15-year fixed mortgage on the market. An interview with Black Knight would be dope. I want to hear more. Oh, you hear that? You hear that, Black Knight? An interview with Black Knight would be dope. I want to hear more about them owner titles. Hey, Black Knight. Black Knight, you need to reach out to me. Let's schedule up a meeting. Let's schedule up an interview on the channel. You don't have to come on camera. If you want to come on camera, you can just use your voice. Either way, you don't have to be on camera, but hey, I would love to have you on the show. Black Knight, reach out to me. You got my email? Let me know if you want to do it. Chiz Player says, yeah, it's a whole process. You have to make an AdSense account and then they review it. Then they link it to your channel, then get 1,000 subs. Hey, tell me this, Chiz Players. Why do they want you to link it to a website? That just doesn't make sense to me. Why do they need it or want it linked to a website? That's what is confusing me. Chiz Player said you should make pre-recorded shows and place a couple of ads in them to get some YouTube revenue. Okay. Oh, thank you, man. No, I like that. Now, Chiz Players, can I not put ads on live videos? Is that, or do only pre-recorded videos do that? I'm new to this, so I don't know. Thanks for your input, though, man. I appreciate it. But that's the part that confused me, right? Because right now I got to get my website up in order to get to my super chat to work. So it's not going to work until that happens. Mark said, is waiting to buy a house with cash, right? No mortgage, the best move. Oh yeah, that's the best move. But this is what you do, Mark. Go look for foreclosures and tax liens. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Never forget, Mark, 85% of Americans are in debt. You step out of the debt matrix and you will clearly understand and see housing market values will no longer apply to you. They do not apply. I don't care what the value of a house is now, unless I sell, never when I buy. Let me rephrase that. Housing market values only apply to me when I sell, never when I buy. Okay. Leroy says, congratulations to Nicer for having a strong battery today. For having a strong battery today. She's probably plugged up as she's watching. She's probably plugged up. Mark says, of 150K or higher, just pay it outright. I would, but if not, the second best thing to do, Mark, is only get the best mortgage on the market. Cash is number one. Second choice is the best mortgage offered on the market. Okay, that's it. Those are your only two choices: cash and the best mortgage on the market. Nicer said, you got jokes, Leroy. All right, Black America says, should you get a trust fund, or is that for rich folks? No, trust funds for anybody. Hey, you got the money, do a trust fund. Yeah, for sure. I mean, what I would do, I mean, unless my sons understood money, that trust fund would be so many stipulations in that bad boy. I'm not doing all this, right? I'm not doing all this, even though I'll be dead. I won't even know, but I'm not doing all this to give my money to somebody that's just going to squander it. I believe that's why, like, when you hear billionaires give away all this money to a foundation or something, why would you give it away to somebody that's just going to squander it and throw away your legacy? I'm not going to do that. I'll give it away to a foundation before I give it to somebody that's just going to squander it and finance stuff. I'm not going to do that. Chiz Player says, I think just pre-recorded. Maybe you could get private sponsors for your live streams, but I've never seen an ad during a live stream. That's a good point. You're right. That's a very good point. Okay. No, I'll do some pre-recorded ones then. No, thanks for the advice, man. I appreciate that. Gabriel says, I pay cash for everything then. No, okay, Gabriel, you're young, so I'm gonna give you a piece of advice because you're young and you're not that deep in debt. All right. Credit is part of life. Credit is part of the foundation of the system. Okay. I have one credit card. I use that to buy everything. I don't need it. It's just for convenience and security. This is the convenience. I can rent cars, hotel rooms, buy things online with the credit card. For security, I don't have to worry about going to gas stations or stores that don't have really awesome security, because if any of those places get hacked, guess what? They hack my credit card. They don't hack my debit card. They hack my credit card. I use my debit card nowhere. Nowhere. Because this is the reason why. Because this is what I discovered once I became financially free, Gabriel. You know how you can take your debit card, use it with a pen, or you don't even have to use a pen. You ever notice that? You can either use a pen or not. Now, what if you drop your debit card somewhere, somebody pick it up, they can just use it and press enter. What good is the security of a pen if anybody can just use it as a credit card? So this is what I did. I called my bank. I said, hey, man, can you take off that credit card part of my ATM? You know what they told me? They said, no. I said, what do you mean, no? It's my money. No, we got a deal with MasterCard and Visa, so we can't. I was like, got it. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't make financial sense, that means it's financial gain for something else or someone else. Those are hints. Anything that doesn't make financial sense, there's a reason. The reason is it usually means financial gain for another party, for the bank. Okay, Dabul. Oh, man, your name is hard. I'm gonna just call you Dabul. You can't take it with you passed on your children. You can't take it with you passed on to your children. Well, yeah, I'm not taking it with me. I'm gonna donate it. If my children don't understand money, me giving them $1 million is not going to help them any different. It's not going to help them. They're just going to spend $1 million. You can't here. Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example of what I mean. And just walk this through. And you guys can take this, use this out in social media land, Facebook land, Instagram land. This is what I want you to do. Okay. This is what make up a meme and say this. If you inherited $80,000, say if you had if you have $100,000 in student loan debt and you inherited or won $80,000, what would you do? Okay, just put that out there, just like that. If you had $100,000 in student loan debt and you won or inherited $80,000, what would you do? And just throw that question out there. Okay. Now, let me tell you guys here, as part of the SMD family, there's only one answer. 80,000 minus 100,000 is negative 20,000. You have no choice but to put all the money on the student loan. You have no money. You're still in the negative. You're still negative. Math says you're still negative $20,000. You can't do anything else but put all the money on the student loan. Watch and see how many answers you get back. And then I want you to ask yourself, why do people think there's many answers to this question when there's only one? There's only one answer. This is what math says. Math says, hey, 80,000 minus 100,000 is negative 20,000. You're still $20,000 in the hole. You're still under zero. You can't do anything with negative dollars. You're going to see all these answers. I would invest here and put some there and this and that. And then when they're done answering these questions, you say, how do you do all that with negative dollars? If you're negative $20,000, how are you investing into the stock market? How are you taking some of that money and putting it down on a car? You're not. They just believe you are. Test this theory. Test it. So my point is this. If my children or family are in debt and I gave them $1 million, you know what they're going to do? They're going to waste it because I guarantee you, they're not going to take and pay off their debt. They're going to go finance a car, go finance a bigger house. I'm not doing that. No, they're going to have to do what I did. They're going to have to show me. How do they show me? With the credit report. They're gonna show me with their credit report. Credit reports will never lie. Credit reports will always tell you the truth. Black America says, how come it's hard to get a business loan? You can have good credit, a good business plan, assets, and still not get it. I'll tell you why, and still not get a loan. What's up with that? I'll tell you why. You ready? Because as soon as the banks run your credit and they see you're in debt and see you don't know you're in debt, it's gonna be very difficult for you to get a loan. So say like this, Black America, check it out. Say like you walked in the bank and you said, hey, bank, I want a business loan and I've saved up $20,000 to put down on whatever you're getting it for, right? But you have $100,000 in student loan debt. Same scenario. Now the bank has to determine, If you know, here's a better scenario. Here's a better scenario. Say like you walk into the bank and you want a mortgage, because a house is a business transaction. Okay, it's the same thing. It's business for the bank. You walk into the bank and you say, "Hey, I got $20,000 to put down on this home, but you got $100,000 in student loan debt." Now the bank has to determine if you know you're negative $80,000 in the hole, or you really believe that you have $20,000. Because $20,000 is just a belief. Mathematically, you're negative. What did I say? 20. You're negative $20,000. No, negative $80,000 in the hole. Okay, I was mixing the two terms. Negative $80,000 in the hole. You don't have $20,000. So this is how they determine if you know you're in debt or not. They'll offer you an FHA mortgage. If you accept an FHA mortgage, you don't know you're negative $80,000 in the hole. That's how they determine that. So if you go get a business loan, and because your credit report said like this, said like I walked into to try to get a business loan, right? They're going to run my credit and clearly see I have no debt. I'm going to get that business loan because they know I know about money, because they looked at my credit report and see that I have no debt. They see I don't have student loans that are older than my children. Because if you got a student loan that's older than your children, the likelihood of you paying back this business loan is highly unlikely. If you don't even know how to manage your own money, this is what people are not saying. If you have a student loan that are older than your children, you are disrespecting your money. You're totally disrespecting it. The bank understands that if you don't respect your own money, you're definitely not going to respect their money. You're not. Whether you know this or not is 100% irrelevant. It's mathematics. If you don't know basic math, it's irrelevant. See what I'm saying? Good morning, Nicole. Good morning. Does that make sense, Black America? Does that make sense? When I walk into a bank and it's time for me to buy a home, I'm not walking in crossing my fingers and hope I get the loan. I already know I'm going to get the loan. I'm trying to determine if I'm going to get the loan from this bank and nothing more. I'm not, ooh, I really hope I get this loan. Ooh, I really hope I get this business loan. I'm just determining if I'm going to get it from that bank, period. They're going to know. You walk in, you show the credit report. Go look at my credit report if you guys want to see it. Here, I'll bring it up here so you guys can see. Let me show you something. Okay. If I walk into the bank with my credit report, this is what it looks like. I walk into the bank with my credit report looking like that. The bank will know that I know about money. You see all those zeros? That's how they'll know. This is how the bank will know that I know. They will see all those zeros and say, oh, this dude is not in debt. We better not dare insult him with an FHA mortgage, a VA mortgage, a first-time home buyer mortgage, a conventional 20, conventional 97 mortgage, all that stupid nonsense. It's all stupid mathematical nonsense. It's stupid. It makes absolutely no sense. None. It doesn't make any sense. You see that credit report? Take a good look at it. This is what I want you guys to ask yourself when you look at my credit report, not just my credit score, my entire credit report. And I want you to ask yourself, how come LJ is the only one that shows his whole entire credit report? Ask yourself, how come? Why is that? How come there's 15 million, 100,000 credit fixers out there? How come there's so many? How come everybody just always tells me about their credit score, but when I ask about their credit report, they just look shocked? There's a reason, because they're in debt. Credit scores are just indicators. Hey, does this person pay back the bank's money on time? Yeah, they're rewarded with a good credit score. Hey, this person doesn't pay back the bank's money on time. Okay, cool. They're rewarded with a bad credit score. And let me tell you guys this, and this is through 100% experience through doing my business. People with the worst credit scores are closer to freedom than people with the highest credit scores. Did you hear what I said? The people with the lower credit scores are closer to freedom than people with the higher credit scores. Know why? Because the only thing that matters is this. Whoever is closer to zero is the winner. And I'm gonna give you an example of how that feels. Okay, this is what I want you to do. I always love saying this so you can kind of get an idea. Think of how much money it would take to wipe out all your debt. Just think about that. Just think of that number. Add up all your debt, including your student loan, your mortgage, everything. Add it all up. Add it all up, and think of that number. Now, what if I came to you and wrote a check for you and said, "Hey, here's a check. Wipe out all your debt." How would that feel? What's that feel like? What would you think that feels like? What would that? How would you feel? Could you be able to breathe? Would you just be like, oh my gosh, oh, forget that job. See, I ain't coming there no more. How would that feel? Now, I want you guys to feel that. Does it feel good? Does it feel wonderful? That's what it's like to have a net worth of zero. Did you hear what I said? That's what it feels like to have a net worth of zero. So if you could get a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, that's what it would feel like. Chapter 7 will do that for you. Chapter 7 bankruptcy will free you. Chapter 7 bankruptcy will free you. I hope you guys are hearing what I'm saying. You will be free. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. I'm going to say it one more time. Chapter 7 bankruptcy will free you. I only speak legal. I only suggest things that you guys can do legally. There's absolutely no reason to cheat the system. No reason to cheat on your taxes. No reason. Never do that. Taxes are the backbone of this whole economy. Never cheat on your taxes. If you come across a person doing your taxes and it don't even seem, and you don't even have to know about taxes. If they're doing something that don't seem right, they're telling you to claim something that don't exist, you better stop using them. You better stop using them. Lemon for Life. Good morning, LJ. Recently, H&R Block sent me an email trying to loan me $500 for the holiday. Oh man, and that's H&R Block. You know what they're saying? Come get in debt for Christmas, for the holidays. Come get in debt for the holidays. You know who they're talking to? People in debt. People that are financially free like me. That's a joke. You trying to make me laugh for the holidays? But it's business. If you're creating a business, you better pay attention to H&R Block. The big boys are teaching you how to do it. Lemon for Life says, I definitely said no because I see the scheme now and I'm aware of it thanks to you. Yeah, see what I'm saying? And I'm glad, Lemon for Life. You see that? It's not, check it out. It's obvious to you now, right? It's obvious to you. People in the debt matrix can't see it. They can't see it. They're probably doing something like, hey, we'll give you $500. So if you come and do your taxes with us, we'll just take the money straight out of your income tax check. They're just same thing with cars. And, hey, come spend your money here. We'll take your income. Oh, man, it's horrible. It's horrible. Man, you guys are doing some great questions, man. You guys are doing some great, great questions. I mean, this SMD family is growing. Thank you, Nicer, for the name. This SMD family is growing. I'm getting these T-shirts made, you guys. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna get a couple made for me right now, right? And I'm gonna see what the reaction is out in the public. And so the front is gonna be Google, and then it's gonna say #SavingsMinusDebt. It's gonna be in color, right? And then on the back of each shirt, it's gonna have a different saying. Equals money in real life. Equals how much money you have for a house. Equals how much money you have for a car, right? It's gonna be different shirts saying different things, right? And I'm gonna wear these shirts out so you guys can I want to see the response. And I might even take you guys with me, right? I might go to a crowded area because I can go live on my phone now, right? And if I come across that and I come across a person questioning, I'm gonna bring it up on live so you guys can see it. I want you guys to see the response, because when I walk towards a person, they're gonna see the first thing on the shirt. Google SavingsMinusDebt. They're gonna be like, what's that? SavingsMinusDebt. They're gonna break out their phones right away. And then when I walk past, they're gonna be like, equals your money in real life. What the hell is he talking about? They're gonna Google me, because when you Google #SavingsMinusDebt, I'm the only person that comes up. That's another question you must ask yourself. Why is that? Why is LJ the only one that comes up when I Google that? Nicer says, I hear it. We hear you loud and clear. Cool. Quentin says, I wish I know this when I was 25. Now I'm 34 years of age. Now I am on my way. Exactly. You know what? Let me tell you something, Quentin. And I want to tell you guys something that followed me. My last package is $799, and I'll tell you why. Not only do I create a debt-free plan for you all the way through, but that last plan includes one 30-minute phone call each month for a year. And this is why. Once you're financially free, you're going to go through a major phase. You're going to go through a phase of being angry at yourself because you couldn't see something so simple to see. And you're going to be saying things like, Quentin, oh man, when I was 25, I wish I knew that. At 34, you're going to be 50. Man, I wish I knew that at 40, 20. You're going to go through this, right? And you're going to need somebody to talk to. And that's me, because you're not going to be able to talk to anybody about it. You're going to go through an angry phase, because I went through an angry phase. It took me a year to get over it. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. Here I am, a 4-year college degree, cloud engineer, computer engineer, connecting computers and stuff across the globe and personal computer, all this stupid nonsense. But I couldn't apply 5th grade math to my finances. I was so angry. Ooh, I was so mad. But then you get over it. I didn't really have anybody to talk to, honestly. I couldn't talk to my friends. They had no idea what I was talking about, not a clue. They were in the debt matrix. They don't know. They're going on vacations. When I was getting out of debt, hey man, you going on the guys trip? You going? No, I can't. I got no money. Oh man, I'll loan you some money. I just want to say, you don't have no money either. You just don't know it. They're going on trips. Oh man, we're going to Hawaii. We're doing cruises. Hey, do your thing, man. I'm not doing nothing. I can loan you some money. You can't loan me no money. You ain't got no money. But I can't say that. When you getting them t-shirts made, I will get one. Hey, Quentin, I'm getting I just thought of this, like, what is today? Tuesday? I just thought of this over the weekend, right? So I'm gonna get online, and because I know you can have t-shirts made online. I just gotta find some place, right? I already know exactly what I'm gonna put on it. It's just gonna be plain white, colorful Google, colorful name, and then the saying on the back. That's it. And each shirt is gonna have, I'm gonna have different shirts with different sayings. So I mean, this is endless, right? I can have so many sayings on the back that make people question. I'm going to get it done. And I will let you guys all know when it's done. I promise you. I'm working on my website, all that. Randy says, LJ, America has made bankruptcy a taboo. People need to do their homework and not be afraid. Exactly, Randy. Exactly. You know what? I thank you, Randy, for saying that, because when I was in the debt matrix, when I heard somebody file bankruptcy, I used to think, oh, loser. No, only the people that file bankruptcy over and over again. Yeah. Chapter 13, that's a no. That's a no. Hey, listen to me closely. If you're in chapter 13, this is going to probably hurt your feelings. But remember, those are feelings. Take your feelings out of it. Just listen to me mathematically. Here you are filing chapter 13 to get on a payment plan, which is the very reason why you're in trouble right now, because you couldn't follow your own payment plan. So you're going to get on chapter 13 and somehow follow their payment plan. That's not true. You look up, I want you guys to Google this. Don't even take my word for it. Google the success rate of chapter 13. No, excuse me. Google the failure rate of chapter 13. It's like 67%. You're going to tell somebody that don't understand money to follow this plan that the bankruptcy courts tell you to, that's just a money maker. It's business, people. If you get anything, get a chapter 7 that will free you like that and never get in debt again. You use it one time. It's there for a reason. And if you use it right, you will be free. Now, I'm not telling anybody, like if you owe $10,000, I'm not saying you need to file bankruptcy. I'm thinking this is the rule of thumb. If it will, because bankruptcy stays on your credit report for 10 years. If the amount of debt you have will take you 10 years to pay off, file a chapter 7. It doesn't matter. Again, let me say that again. If the amount of debt you have will take 10 or more years to pay off, file a chapter 7. Nicer says, yep, like Neo did when Morpheus brought him out of the Matrix. Exactly. I'm telling you guys, this is a whole new world. This is a whole new world. And guess what? You're going to be a baby in diapers, sucking on your pacifier. You're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't see any of this. I know. Welcome. It's so open and free here. No competition. You be whatever you want to be. Now you see there's no limit on your money, right? So stop saying $1 million, $1 billion, 100. It's unlimited. When you get out of the debt matrix, you don't even think of money like that. Ooh, man, I got $1 million in my account. You really don't even think about it like that. You don't. I promise you. Lemon for Life says, yes, that's exactly what they said to, I had to laugh as well. Shoot, I hate it when I do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got to laugh. You got to laugh. Mark says, this is literally the Matrix. Exactly. But Mark, it was designed. Once you get out of the debt matrix, Mark, you will respect this system. I respect it fully. I respect it. Check it out. Somebody was so smart to design such a system that is so simple. How they take something so simple and made people believe it was complex. That's a whole different mindset. Here are people believing that there are such things as classes like rich, middle class, poor, when classes don't even exist. They don't even exist. Classes don't even exist. They don't exist. Best version says, guys, debt free is lonely because you don't relate to the matrix anymore. But thanks to the SMD family, we have each other. Exactly. You're right. It's lonely, but you'll have stacks of dough. You'll get over it. You get it. And you know what's crazy about being lonely? You get used to it, and it's lovely. I'm cool. It doesn't, because once you get out of debt matrix, let me tell you something, you guys, you're only going to be able to take so much. When you're around people in the debt matrix, you're going to get on overload, and then you're going to be like, hey, man, yeah, I'm not going to kick it with you this weekend, man, because you're going to make up something, because they're going to be talking about debt all the time and thinking they kicking it. Mark says this debt stuff is really crazy when you see it from the other side. Exactly. Not crazy, Mark. Lovely. Beautiful. It's a freaking Picasso painting. It's a Picasso painting. You get on this side of it, Mark, you will respect it. I'm sure I will never know What family, what person designed the system? I probably never know. I'm sure. I don't care really. I really don't care. I just respect it, and I will forever. I'm never going back in debt ever. Never, ever, ever. Never going back in debt. Never. Once you cross over, there is no going back. Mark says SMD for life. That's what I'm talking about. This is a way of life, Mark. Hey, you guys, this is a lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. There is no going back. It's a double-edged sword. You couldn't go back if you wanted to. Once your eyes open, there's no going back. Facts best version, Mark. Yep. Nicole says, just signed up for school yesterday for the year. I'm quitting my job too in January, finding a better job as well, or just finding a better job as well, or just school. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Detoxing from the blue pill. I completed a chapter 13, paid 5 years. They took it right out of my check, although I'm currently making progress towards being debt-free, thanks to you. But I wish I'd never done the chapter 13. You know what, Detox? First of all, let me congratulate you, okay? Let me congratulate you because, like I said, there's a 67% failure rate in chapter 13. That's why they allow you to keep doing it over and over again. You can do, you fall out of chapter 13, you can just do it again because you're just starting over, right? But now you know. Thank goodness that you know. Okay, you know now. You know now. The reason, check it out. The reason why chapter 13 is so appealing to most, because they make it seem like you get to keep all your depreciating stuff. Oh, you get to keep your car, you get to keep your house, not realizing they don't own any of that. You don't own the house, you don't own the car. If you're in a chapter 13 with a FHA mortgage, you will never own that house. You'll never own it. It's not your house, and you're not even close to owning it ever. Oh, I get to keep my car. You get to keep a car that you're upside down in? That's not a plus. But if you're in chapter 13 and you believe that, you're just, it's messed up, but it's business. It's just business. It's just business. Gabriel says, I felt bad for people who are in the debt matrix. Okay, there you go again, Gabriel. Try to remove your feelings out of it, because that's how you're going to be successful in your own business. This is how you do it. It's only mathematics. You or I are not doing anything spectacular. We just believe in math. They are choosing not to believe in math. This is a choice. They are choosing this. They're choosing to be slaves. They're choosing. But also, Gabriel, you must remember, in order for this system to work, the majority of the people must stay in the debt matrix. If everybody knew what I was sharing with you, the whole system would crash. It would crash. It wouldn't work. Now people say, oh, are the people that made up the system, would they be mad at you for telling people? No, because they know none of this is hidden. I'm not saying anything that people can't see for themselves. Nobody's like, ooh, LJ better shut up. He better stop. No, it's not. That's another thing that comes from the movies. That there's some big people out there that are like, we need to shut LJ up. He's telling. No, the secret is that it's not a secret. That's what makes it a secret. That it's not. They just call it a secret and people believe it. Hey, you believe it's a secret? Cool, it's a secret, whatever. If you just say, wait a minute, it's just math. You're right, it's just math, so it's not a secret. See what I'm saying? Nicole says, I was just reading about the red pill versus the blue pill last night. Exactly. All you got to do is hey, Nicole, all you got to do is do a red pill, blue pill clip from the Matrix. That says everything. It says everything right there, right there. The Matrix is real. That's real. That is real. People are like, what do you mean by that? What happens when you take the red pill? You will see. You take the red pill. Check it out. You take the red pill, Nicole. You will see that you're not a homeowner if you have a 30-year mortgage. You'll be like, wait a minute. I have 30 years to pay on that house. Yeah. Then you're not a homeowner. Exactly. Financing cell phones is a very bad thing. Yeah. How come I don't have the money myself to buy the car with cash? Exactly. Buy the phone with cash. Exactly. How come I believe I need credit cards for emergencies? Exactly. Mr. Napalm says, they know most people won't have the discipline to make it to the other side, so they don't mind if info gets out. Exactly. It doesn't matter. Hey, Mr. Napalm, this is conditioning. This is centuries in the making. Hey, this is the way it is. See, I want you guys to, okay, check this out. When I like blow up, like blow up. Okay. I'm not even bragging. It's going to happen because I can see it, right? When I blow up, I want you to see how many people will look at me in amazement. Oh my God, how did LJ know all this? Oh my God, this guy is just beyond belief. And I want you guys to understand, I'm not doing anything fancy. I just trust mathematics. It's just 5th grade math. That's it. I'm not doing anything special. This is all you got to do. Add up your savings, add up your debt. Savings minus debt equals how much money you have in real life. If that's in the negative, you move it from the negative to the positive. You're free. See how quickly I did that? It's just like that. Just like that. Gabriel says, you have a credit card or debit card? I have both. I have both, Gabriel. And this is what I've done. Gabriel, this is what I've done with one single credit card. Okay, Gabriel, you see that? That's what I've done with a single credit card. I pay it off in complete. I completely pay it off every single month. I do not carry it over. Look what I've done with a single credit card. You see that? Take a good look. No, you don't need multiple credit cards. You don't need a carpet. That's all. Hey, you guys, that's all part of the trick. And so you'll be comfortable in, hey, man, if I finance a car, it's going to help my credit. That's all part of the trick. Or you hear this one out in the debt matrix. Oh, man, I heard it'll hurt your credit if you close your credit cards. That's just a trick. That's just more of the debt matrix stuff to make you leave it open. That's it. That's nothing more than that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You see that, Gabriel? That's with one credit card. And you know what I do, Gabriel? I just buy everything I would normally buy with cash or debit card everywhere. And then I just pay it off in a month. And then your credit score just keeps going up. That's it. It's nothing special. It's just a tool. Gabriel, the only time I see my credit score is when I post it for you guys. I go get it, look at it, and then I post it for you guys to see. Other than that, I never look at it. I never look at it. For what? Whatever. Nicole says, my boyfriend told me last night that my credit cards are for emergencies. I laughed. I laughed at him and said, thank you. Oh, no, I laughed at him. Thanks to you. Excuse me. Thanks to you. Exactly. What'd I tell you, Nicole? When people talk like that, they don't know what they're saying. Because you got to think to yourself, nobody ever stops to think, how come I don't have my own money for emergencies? Why do I need the bank's money for emergency? Because that's what the banks told you to believe. They told you to believe that you need credit cards for emergency. That's what they told you to believe, and they believe it. I have a credit card. Okay, I want you guys to understand. I have one credit card, but it's not for emergencies. It's for convenience and security. That's it. I don't need it. I don't need my credit card. They keep jacking the limit up. Every time I look at it, it's up about $5,000, $10,000. I'm like, why you guys keep doing that? I'm never going to use it. I'm never going to use it. They're just crossing their fingers, hoping I'll use it. I'm never going to use it. Now, don't get me wrong. It's nice. Maybe I need to buy something for $10,000 that I don't have $10,000 cash on me. I can just slide it and do it. But other than that, I'm never going to use that. Lemon for Life says, my son have been showing my 11-year-old daughter your videos. Oh, okay. Okay. She likes the channel and subscribe too. Oh, man, that is awesome, man. Thank you, Lemon for Life. I appreciate that, man. I have another client. His son, who is in the 6th grade, watches my videos too. And check it out, Limb for Life. You know what he told his dad? This is what he told his dad. He said, you know, hey dad, you know the math LJ uses in his videos? He's like, yeah. I learned that math in second and third grade. That's what he told his dad. I learned the math he's using in second and third grade. What's that, man? That's If I can get kids that young, Limit for Life, and it's coming. I'll start up a program or something. Something's going to come out of this. And I want you guys to know once you this is what I want to share with you guys so you guys will understand. Debt causes you to become blind. Debt causes you to put your dreams and your passions on the back burner because of debt. You got, oh man, I can't do that. I need to make enough money with this job. This job I hate is going to pay. That job I love is not going to pay. This is what you think. This is the process. The job I hate makes me enough money to survive. The job I love is definitely not going to pay. That's what debt makes you believe. Debt makes you say that. Once you get out of debt, everything's removed, and then you'll go for your passion. And then when you go for your passion, others will see your passion. Don't come out the gate from the working world talking about, well, I need to make money. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell. People ain't going to buy nothing from you if they don't trust you. You could have the best product in the world. If they don't know you're trust you, they're not buying anything from you. I promise you. You come out, you do your passion, people will see it. And now look, the SMD family is born. That's it. I didn't know SMD. You think I thought of SMD family? You think I thought savings minus debt? I didn't think of none of that. This all just naturally happens, and it keeps coming. It just keeps coming. I just learned about I just looked at the classes, poor, middle class, rich. I just now realized that those classes don't even exist. They're just made up. They're just made up. People define rich different. People define middle class different. If you make $100,000 and you $200,000 in debt, people will still say, "Oh, that person makes $100,000. They're middle class." No, they're not. They're broke. They're in the bottom of poor because they are in the negative. But you can't tell that from the outside because you see the house that they don't own. You see the cars that they don't own. They don't own all that. That's why the classes don't exist. They only exist for people in the debt matrix. If you think you're a middle class right now and your debt is double your annual salary, you are not in the middle class. You are broke. You just believe you're in middle class. That's it. Nothing. It means classes don't exist. This is the real classes. Slaves, those who are financially free, and those who are wealthy. Those are the only classes, I promise you. Volunteer slavery. When you're in debt, you're a volunteer slave because you're choosing to stay there. Financially free, like me, that means I owe nobody in the world a dime. Okay, nobody, but I still have to work. They're wealthy. They own the time in their life. They don't have to work. Money works for them. That's it. Just like Nysa says, they're dangling that carrot in front of you just like a donkey. Exactly. You ever notice it? Every time you get a promotion, it's almost enough, but just not quite. That's that carrot. Gabriel says there's two classes of income, debt and freedom. Pretty much. That's a good way to say it, debt and freedom. But I like to take it to a different level, Gabriel. I like to say slavery. Slavery is alive and well. People watch too many movies, they think slavery, oh, you're in chains and you're getting whipped and all this other stuff. Yeah, metaphorically, you're in chains. They're invisible, though. You're getting whipped with interest. Yeah, you're getting whipped. Oh, it hurts. The pain is there because you're just down every day. Yeah, you're depressed and you can't do anything. That's the pain part. It's not like the movies. The news will make you seem like you're just, oh, the poor people that are homeless on the street. You know the difference? Check it out. You know the difference between the homeless and people with mortgages? Do you know the difference between the homeless? No, let me put it this way. Do you know the difference between people with mortgages and the homeless? The homeless know they're not homeowners. Did you catch it? I'll say it one more time. What's the difference between people with mortgages and and the homeless? The homeless know they're not homeowners. Gabriel's laughing. Exactly. Nicer says car notes and mortgages are the ball and chain. Exactly. Exactly. I couldn't even. Nicer. Check this out. There is no way I could sit on a car lot for 8 hours and then sign 72. That's 6 years, people. 84 months. That's 7 years, people. That's why they use months, so you can't hear the years. Haven't you ever wondered that? How come they always say 84 months? How come they don't say 7 years? Because it doesn't sound like 7 years. That's why they use months. Sign away my life, sign away money that I haven't even earned yet for the next 7 years of my life for that thing? You got to be crazy. There is no way in hell I do that. No way. And I did it many times. Nicole says, I'm paying $200 car note right now at Nicer. I'm sorry, Nicole. Hurry up and pay that off so you can get out of that. I don't even want to. It's not even my car, Nicole, and I want you to get out of that. Please hurry up and pay that thing off, please. Any other questions, you guys? Thank you for the Cash App deposit, man. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. That lets me know I'm headed in the right direction. There is no going back. Nicole, and that's okay. Hey, you know. The key is that you know. Now that you know, when that car is paid off, you wouldn't dare step on another car lot. You just won't do it. You wouldn't dare step on another car lot. You wouldn't dare. You couldn't even do it. Sign up for 5 years, 6 years to pay on a car. 6 years to pay on one car. That's a no. I'm sorry. That's a hell no. Any other questions, you guys? Any other questions? All right, if there's no more questions, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap this up, you guys. We're going to wrap it up. I hope you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. All right, and I hope this was a good lesson for you. I'll let you guys know when the shirt's coming out because I'm gonna get on that. I'm getting on this week. I'm gonna browse the internet because I'm sure I can just do it all online. I just want it all done online. If you guys know any like good t-shirt places or something like that, please email me and let me know so I can go check them out. Otherwise, I'm just looking, grab them and get a few what I'm gonna get, and then I'll probably give those away for some, as a gift or something before I start selling them. I'm gonna let you guys see it first before I start putting them in production. Okay. All right. Thank you guys all for coming. I appreciate it. And it's becoming late on the StreamYard. When I bounce back and forth between YouTube and this one, it comes late in here. Best version says, paying off debt opens your hands to new money and wealth building. Exactly. What I do here, you guys, I create the foundation. I help you create a solid foundation for wealth to be built upon. Right now, you got all these cracks in your foundation. Interest are cracks. Interest is cracks in your foundation. Interest is cracks in your foundation. Seal those cracks and you'll be rich. It's really that simple. You'll be rich. You'll see how to do it. You'll see how to become rich. And rich is whatever you define it to be. Many people have different versions of rich. They really do. All you gotta do is listen. Hey, what do you think rich is? What do you think rich is? Everybody has their own version of rich. You'll be really rich. You'll be the real rich. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. We're gonna wrap this up. 2 hours, 30 minutes, 35 minutes. You're welcome, Nicole. Thank you, Nicer. Hit that like button before I leave, you guys. If you guys are new to my channel, please, please, please subscribe. I'm gonna throw my email up here one more time. Free 30-minute consultation. Email me here. Okay, email me right here. Right there, I'll leave that up for a second. Here's my Cash App one more time. And here's my PayPal one more time. If you guys, any amount, hey, any and all amounts are cool. Just do me a favor and leave a note in there and say, hey, yo, I saw this video, you did this, you said that, and I changed this or whatever, man. That kind of stuff is just, I'm telling you, I love it. I love it when people tell me that. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful, oh, I got one more comment. Let me see. Okay. Detox and Pill. Have a great day, SMD fam. Thanks, LJ. You are welcome. You are welcome. Okay, you guys. Thank you guys for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Please get me out there by sharing my videos, sharing with other people that are ready to listen. So when it's time for me to write that book, there's going to be some people out there to buy it. And if you guys go to some other financial channels, share my name with them. Maybe I can get on their panel and talk about what I do. I'm trying to get on a bigger stage of other people's financial channels. Okay. All right, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right. Bye-bye.